Why does everyone sound like they want to have sex with you? Okay, stop. Get serious. Why does everyone sound like they want to have sex with Jonathan Majors? I can't say it with a straight face. Why does everyone sound... You can do it. You can do it. Oh, shit. Okay. Why does everyone sound like they want to have sex with Jonathan Majors?
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What are you slapping as?
Slap in the
hand.
base.
Okay, just slapping the base.
If I slap it something else, it'll go upwards.
Oh my.
Right. Welcome to the real BBC, which is bagging. I do not want to have sex with Jonathan Majors.
Wow.
But everybody else does. And listen, I think it's horrible, absolutely abominable to point out that he looks like George Floyd. I just think it's a terrible thing to point out. And
I wondered why I recognized him.
Too soon. Okay. Too soon.
I wondered.
Let's calm down with that. Okay.
I wondered why he looked familiar.
We just started the show. Okay. This is supposed to be bagging and boarding and chatting. I might grab some comic books later, but I was researching, basically screwing around in my office because my wife is having the most normal suburban thing you can possibly have on this earth, a garden party with a bunch of cackling hens down there. I hope you're not listening to me right now.
I'm Lisa.
I might be sleeping in here tonight. Hi, Az. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm awesome, man. It's fun. Having a good time. Hit 700,000 subscribers, Az.
I know. Congratulations. Woo! I hit 7 subscribers.
Okay. That's 7 more than you had. Put that on your gratitude list, pal. Especially with the unknown since Mama Susan's gone. Oh, I'm so sad.
and I'm 9 days into keto, so I'm sucker tramp for a carb right now.
Oz is offering. His price isn't high, you know.
No,
Here's a candy.
I even got
Suck
You
man.
got some bread.
Kerry Smith dropped us a DM saying,
Somebody's got to
She's like,
make
I saw
Jack
you
Black.
tweet, and I
Jack
saw
Black-
that you would suck a Trump off for a carb. Don't do it.
Somebody needs to make Jack Black, except as from Tropic Thunder when he's kicking.
Yeah.
I will suck you right now.
Is that bread?
I know, bro. It's
You
like
got a croissant.
I've just been craving beans on toast. It's just like
Beans on
I
toast?
just want beans on toast. Well, yeah, because like beans are very carb heavy and starchy, and toast, bread, duh. So my body's just like, I don't like this massive calorie deficit that we've been doing for 9 days. You fat fuck, eat. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to.
You must remain strong.
It must remain.
So my body's just like, it's like, look, I will fucking give you a hand job for a pizza. I'm like,
I
no.
was gonna say I
I'm
couldn't
gonna-
even do the quotes from Tropic Thunder. It's like, at least get past the 15-minute mark, maybe, so you don't have to lose the whole stream to the demonetization
I
gods.
think we
It's only
already
first
have.
8 seconds.
Hopefully they don't go past the first minute in streams as well. We'll find out. Hello, MauLer. What's up, long man?
Do you guys happen to catch at all any of the stream I just did before this stream?
A little bit, but I've just bought it myself, so I didn't want to watch because I saw
That
some
game
of the
is-
dialogue, the weird
That
dialogue.
game is fucking wild. That I don't even know what to say about it. It's I need to play it more before I can. But it's Atomic Hearts, the new game you're not allowed to play that's come out.
Okay,
Hmm.
why?
Oh, is it a
because-
cancelable game?
It's developed by Russian developers, and it's so yeah.
Ooh.
I'm playing it because I'm interested in
funding
covering
terrorism.
it with the lads, as well as it's supposed to be a spiritual successor to BioShock. There are ways to connect it to it, I guess, but man, I was not prepared for the dialogue. It's someone else. The characters do not shut the fuck up, and I think they have like bad translation problems because the main character is like generic action hero man, but he also just says some weird shit, like randomly, like clearly. Like he gets annoyed at everyone talking to him a lot, and so you don't know how much of it is like self-aware versus not. And like the game takes like fucking 40 minutes to let you do anything as well. It's just, but it's also the amount of effort that went into it is insane. Like the world they created, this insane like alt history or alt future, I guess. I don't even know exactly when it's set. Where like Russia were the ones that came out of the biggest world power after World War II, and there's all kind of like amazing technology that they've got. It's very like sci-fi, but it's like some really cool designs in there, and it's a bit of a nutcase game. I don't know what to say about it just yet. I need to play it for a bit longer. Other than that, Last of Us new episode.
I didn't see it.
It was just
completely lost
wonderful.
interest.
We're done. Jane and I are done.
Done with it? Done
We're done.
completely?
Yeah, we're both in agreement. We're both like Jane was just like, she was furious, saying it, and I'm like, we can stop because I don't give a shit. She's like, yeah, okay, stop. Let's this one be the last one.
Yeah,
Good.
don't torture
Well,
yourself.
wasn't there an article? I don't know who it was from, some garbage tier website that said it proves that communism can exist. And I'm all, what, destroying the
Oh, no,
entire
that's
world?
that's a satirical
It must be.
site.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
But no, they literally say in the episode, oh, this, Jackson is just like this and that, and everything's shared. Everyone owns everything. And Joel just goes, "What, you communists?" And Tommy's like, "Nah." And then Maria, race change Maria, obviously,
Yeah.
says, "No, it's a lot like that. We are communists. We live in a commune."
Well, I mean, it's true, except for the
It's not
private
true.
property part.
But
Yeah.
apart from the fact that they own their own houses, and The
Well, I mean, I don't know if-
democratically
I don't know
elected
if-
government, I'm sure nothing goes wrong when you get
Well, and they also
socialism
have-
and
They also
governments
have
together.
incredibly strong borders. They'll literally shoot anybody who comes anywhere near them.
Mhm.
You know, for the sake of infected or whatever. I don't.
They'll
I'm
go
not
out and do
sure-
that as well.
Like when we watched it, we just thought it was like supposed to be funny because Tommy looked fucking distraught when he found out that he'd be living in anything close to a communist area. It looked like Joel was just ribbing him for it. But like the environment is pretty straightforward. It's just that everybody shares water, food, and shelter and electricity and stuff in terms of producing it and using it. But you still have your own places to live. You still have your own clothes. You still like Tommy has his own guns and stuff. Like, they clearly still private property.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just thought it was just kind of funny. Like we thought Tommy's reaction when he found out he might be in a commune was hilarious. I thought, fucking all the blood drained from his face. Like Jesus Christ, no.
I didn't watch it. I couldn't be.
Socialism is a bit of a charged word.
It's a
Right,
bit of
yeah.
a charged word, and we're going to talk about that movie. We're going to talk about the MCU.
Ant-Man.
The Great Ant-Man. We're going to talk about the MCU delayed or interrupted. I tried to play on girl interrupted there.
Girl interrupted.
Yeah, thank you.
Girls interrupted.
Kotaku can't die fast enough. And James Gunn was hired to write Superman Legacy 6 months before he was hired to run the DCU, creating some questions about Henry Cavill. Hello, X-ray girl.
People. Oh my god. I'm never gonna live that down.
Nope. One
I need to
night
make
of
a video
drinking
and reply to
internet,
that.
You should.
Hello. I'm very excited. I finally got my computer back. So Hogwarts Legacy Part 2 Evil Run will be happening tonight.
Nice. You finished the game.
I did.
Sweet.
And I want to play it again. Because it's a bunch of white people in
Wow.
1890s Harry Potter. It's one of my favorites. Currently.
Great.
I
I
like
love it. Absolutely adore that game. I think it's fantastic.
I'm going to play it a little bit, then I'm going right back to The Witcher because I want to get to the Bobs.
It's gonna take you a very long time to get to that
All right,
part.
I'll
I think.
get there. I needed some
we
motivation.
can go straight to a brothel. Yeah, just go straight to a brothel.
Oh yeah, straight to the brothel. The part that he saw, I was in the sauna,
Yeah.
playing a Siri.
Okay.
You know which scene, right? Yeah.
So you got the
And-
psyche boobs.
Well, there was one, but there was another that wasn't, and,
Yeah.
and Gary appears.
I was in this chat, and
Well,
I'm like,
hello
hey,
there.
well, I got to get back to The Witcher.
Well, hello there.
Oh, hey, it's been tons of fun on Twitter too. I stirred the pot a little bit, and woo, it's still going to this day. It's so much fun and so easy, and I do it because it's easy. I do. I was wearing my Make Marvel Mail Again shirt, and now it's devolved into people calling me. The people who are calling me homophobe are now calling me gay, which is the best part.
Two for the price of one, I guess.
Yep. It's like, oh, so good.
Okay.
Right. So
yeah,
yeah,
homophobe.
lots of stuff, but
Like Milo in Annapolis.
are you? He's
What if you're a
Christian.
gay homophobe?
Oh, because he got
I'm sure they
fixed,
exist.
didn't he?
Yeah, he's
Fixed. Wait,
yeah. He
what?
he found Jeebus and he stopped being gay.
Jeebus.
yeah.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
He literally prayed the gay away.
But yeah, with all this
I
Twitter
don't think
fun,
his husband's too keen on that.
probably not.
Jeebus.
But with all the Marvel stuff, I haven't seen a single thing about Star Trek. So
Yeah, not a peep.
not a peep. Which I liked. Thought it was good. Thought it was fun. Fun is the key word there. It's not perfect, but it's fun.
I remember
But
that.
yeah, anybody remember laughter? Come on, gotta break out some Led Zeppelin there. So let's start with Ant-Man, since we all three haven't talked about it publicly. So
I've talked about it publicly. What do you mean?
together.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we
Together.
have together.
Yeah.
It's time for the three of us to shit on it.
Yes.
Well, did you like the spin
I
from the
love-
box office from day one? It was like a whopping, it zooms to $46 million in 2 days, a whopping
Whoa.
102 million in 3 days.
Wow.
And they compared it. My favorite part was comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy 2. They might as well compare it to Iron Man 1 at that point. I mean, why would you? They're like, it had a better opening than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Well, what about the other 10 movies that have come out since then?
When did Guardians 2 come out? Like 2016 or something?
Yeah, 17, 16, 17. Early days.
Have you heard
Early
this thing right now in America called fucking inflation?
Yeah. It's not doing very well, as did a video on it today.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty interesting that right around when Ant-Man gets released, they quietly put up a unfortunate Marvels poster that I hope I've ruined forever with, and that's thanks to that Friday Night Tights chat, that nothing sexual in any way will get by them at all. So they will point it out.
You're pervert.
Yeah. And you're welcome here.
We love
We welcome the perfect.
Well, the right kind of perverts, not the diddlers. They can up against the wall for them. But yeah. So, and then quietly on the bottom of the poster, it says coming out November 10th. It's like, wait a minute. That was supposed to come out in July.
Hold on. Something ain't right.
Oh yeah. I got a clip for that. Hang on. I'm sorry I'm slowing the mark for that one, but it's one of my favorites.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Good. It's so good.
That is a perfect delivery. And then Marvel said,
Wait, I've got an idea.
You need that, and you need Kevin Feige, and then you need behind Agatha Harkness, Echo, and whatever. I can't even remember what the other one is. Some woman show.
you can't, I can.
I'm trying to think.
The
Agatha
replacement
Harkness.
for Tony Stark.
Oh my God,
Ironheart.
Ironheart.
Yes.
And her drag queen best friend and trans best friend.
Yes.
Bet that one's a doozy.
Yeah. It's a doozy. It got delayed too. And so did an entire movie. And they put it in November, right around, I guess Doom comes out a little before it. I think,
So one's like
an
high
actual
class
movie.
sci-fi.
Yeah. One's like an actual movie. We're finally getting.
And the other's Karen in space.
I know we so rarely get an actual like big budget tentpole movie up against because everybody's so afraid of Marvel, and it would be funny if Doom beat it. It would be hilarious. It should, if there's, but life isn't fair.
Based off the box office of the first movie, probably not.
But that is the 5th time the Marvels has been delayed. 5th.
Is this just like a project that will like gradually over time they were like, fuck, why are we making this? It's like, well, the first one made loads of money.
Yeah, there might have been slight caveats involved with that one.
A few that need to be brought up that we all know.
And
Sandwiched
they should have released Infinity War and Endgame 10 years apart and put entire 2 phases between them. That's how they would have made all their money.
Marvels, starring the chick who was in the least viewed live action Marvel show and the chick that walked through a barrier that told us she was stunning and brave.
That's the
Oh,
best
that
origin.
shit none of that made any sense. She was told she'd probably die if she went through that. She's like, I just have to though. And it's like, okay, look at that, you've unlocked superpowers now.
Best ever, you're superb.
She
Yeah.
became a
She's
jelly person.
breaking barriers.
Why did she become jelly though?
Oh Did you see do you remember the advert when Jodie Whittaker took over as Doctor Who and she literally pointed the sonic screwdriver
Yes.
at a glass ceiling
Yeah, it was beautiful.
and shattered it with the sonic screwdriver?
And you know what? That was
Gay!
that broke the world in terms of just setting records and it was so beautiful. And what a great show to follow up after it.
Well, you want to see the poster? Hang on. Let's see if I can.
Every time I see it, who said it? Was it?
You can't unsee it now, can you?
It was a super chat, I think.
It was
Yeah.
a super chat. Forgive me for forgetting the name of the super chat, but they're like, "Hey, did you notice that breeze coming out the beehole?" And I'm like, "What?" And I looked, and there it is. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And it's a star.
Yep.
Chocolate starfish.
So I whipped out my Microsoft Paint with my mouse in my
going for the
left
big
hand.
tech, huh?
I did. And this is gonna be
Future
cool.
in animation.
Oh yeah, I like total.
There's going to be plenty of jobs soon.
Well, there will be.
Mm.
Is this it?
Everyone would
All right.
quit.
Whipped out the old Microsoft Paint. Didn't even bother changing the colors. I think I chose the calligraphy pen. Okay,
Oh
that's what I
my
did.
god. Now
And,
I understand.
Yep. You can never unsee it again after that. Like, it just. Wow.
Ms. Marvel is saying, look at this asshole.
I like how you put a couple crude lines, and now I'm suddenly like, wait, are you allowed to show this image?
I know. It's 3 lines, dude.
It'd be hilarious if Google fucking demonetized the stream based off sexual content. We're picking this up. This is being demonetized for nudity.
You would I don't know. This is kind of like one of those 90s photos you got to stare at for a minute, but yeah, I think I got it down. Broke out my artistic skills.
Squirrels.
And Miss Marvel's on the bottom of the butt crack looking up.
Absolutely. By the way, I mean, clunge and arsehole aside, this is actually a terrible poster. Absolutely terrible.
It doesn't look exciting.
It looks dull as dishwater. It's so much empty space and people looking bored.
Well, part of what's crazy is I'm not even sure people remember who Captain Marvel is, let alone the other fuckers.
That's true.
Yeah.
So who the hell are these people?
Remember when she moved the needle in Ms. Oh no, nobody cared.
Was that not her first appearance since Endgame?
No, she's been in some post-credit scenes.
Did she pop
Oh,
up
she was in the
Shang-Chi's?
post-credit scene for Shang-Chi, yeah.
Yeah.
So the new Tony Stark, the leader of the Avengers, has been in 2 little things in God, it's been how long has it been since Endgame?
2018?
2019 was Endgame.
2019.
Was it 90? So coming on 4 years.
Coming on 4 years.
Yeah.
I remember the Dawn, Lance Johnson, more than I remember Captain Marvel. I agree. Justice for the Dawn. Yeah, I don't think this movie's going to do very well, and I think they know it, and they just keep kicking the can down the road, and maybe they can write it off as a loss in the final quarter of the year, where they're going to be writing off a lot of losses. Did you know that they had anticipated $5 billion in losses for Disney streaming way back in 2018 or something like that? But it was over a long period of time. They're already halfway there. And they said, then we'll start being profitable. There's no sign of that ever happening.
All we have to do is lose $5 billion. Then we're going to start making money.
Listen, you got to spend money to make money. That's what they say.
Okay. How many people? Seriously, the serious question. How many people do you think subscribe to Disney Plus because of the Eternals? Because of
5.
Shang-Chi?
I was going to say 4.
I think we're legitimately talking in the tens. Not even the hundreds or the thousands. The tens.
I mean, even the people who like those movies and want to watch them, would they really subscribe to Disney Plus just to watch that?
They would subscribe with a new email for free for a week and then cancel.
Yes. That's what everyone kept doing with the WWE network, and they cut down on that.
I'd like to know the overall numbers for piracy across like the past 2 decades, because the thing is, the more time's gone on, the more likely it is that you're going to have at least one person in the household who's familiar with it, and then the rest of them can benefit from that. Because like if you have people out there, sometimes you'll have parents who are like, I have no idea how computers work, but can you get me that new thing? Because I can't seem to find it on my television. And then you might be like, yeah, I can sort that out for you. That sort of thing. And I just wonder if that's gotten more and more and more popular. In which case, go in yo-ho mode. I just would, because like a lot of things are decided on that, right? Like it's kind of its own industry. And do you remember when I think Game of Thrones like broke the record for the most like pirated thing ever, or at least for TV shows? And that was almost like a metric for success, but it can also it can draw more attention and stomping down on piracy. But I don't know, it's just interesting to think about.
I think it is. My attitude towards piracy has never changed. Even from the comic book days, it's like it's going to be people who either can't afford it or couldn't get access, and sometimes it's just people who don't want to spend the money. But I think it's still a great marketing tool. It's getting people to watch your stuff. And if it's good and they like it, they will maybe buy some merchandise, maybe eventually pay for the subscription, a percentage, right? So, and the other percentage was never going to buy it anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
I remember enjoying piracy debates about a decade ago, but with the whole preservation of classic media, piracy is like a necessary tool now. Like it needs to continue to exist.
The black market is a necessary tool in any free market society. Any system, any system. Well, because we'll have a black market. Any system.
Because you'll have people who are like, haha, I don't have to pay it. I can just get all this shit for free. It's like, okay, that's your thing. But like, obviously, it's a really good tool for many other very ethical things.
I don't know if Hollywood's just hoping. There is talk like Roku TV and some of the free services, Pluto, are probably going to end up doing just fine because they have ads. People are used to ads, and they'll end up, and they don't have the super high overhead, and more people are just going to that. I don't know. I don't, but I have them. I have them all, but I have to have them all. So I'm not a very good metric for that. I also share passwords too. I do because I don't want to give some.
Not on Netflix anymore.
Yeah, they're cracking down.
Well, yeah. I mean, I share password with my mom for Netflix. If they try and take that away, I'll just get her Netflix and I'll cancel mine.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go back on that. They're going to go back on that because they will lose so many subscribers, and that will just they have, but their market value, which I won't say it'll get halved, but they might lose a quarter of their market value.
Oh, they might want to stop putting shit on their
these big tech companies like Amazon and Netflix for the most part don't know how to make TV, right? And neither does Disney Plus. They have a hard time doing it, but at least the true benchmark is HBO. Liking Last of Us or not, the stuff they put out is they've been doing it for a long time, prestige TV, so they know what they're doing. Disney Kevin Feige has no idea what he's doing when it comes to TV, like not a clue.
He's a hype man.
That's all he is now. Yeah, he's a bad one. He's a bad one.
When is Chong-Chi 2 coming out?
Any day.
2026, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 to 30. 3010. 3010. When Simu finds a sense of humor, that's when it'll come out. What a piece of crap that he is.
He's a diva.
To call him the male Brie Larson might be bad for Brie Larson. Like
he's a diva. He's an absolute diva.
Such a diva, dude.
But remember that headline's like, sequel announced for Chong.
He's the
Ching?
Meghan Merkel of
Chong-Chi.
actors, well, although she's an actor too. But he's
Dude,
Canadian.
she's not an
What's up with you
actor, she's a-
frickin' Canadians for one?
She's a briefcase
I just
holder,
own them.
dude.
I don't associate with them.
She used to hold a briefcase on Deal or No Deal.
Briefcases can be heavy.
Well, if you watch the last South Park, was it Kyle goes to because Butters talks to me. He's like, Kyle, you need a brand. So he goes to, what is it called? Come Hammer brand branding academy. So he goes and all the categories are athletic, adventurous, victim, shy. Everything ends with victim, and it's great. It's such a good
The thing, I don't know if you guys knew this. The turnover for like the average South Park episode in creation is like a week.
Yep.
That's how long
That's quick.
But that's how they stay so up to date with parody and satire because they have to. There's no other way. Like South Park, they struggle to keep up sometimes because they'll be like, "Wouldn't it be crazy if this?" And it's like, "Yeah, we already had that. Way worse." And it's like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, you got to keep going." Famously, I'm assuming you guys know, but they assumed Clinton was going to win, and they'd written storylines to make fun of all of that. And then Trump won, and they were like, "Fuck! Like we got to scrap all of it. Like, we got to come up with a different storyline."
Well, that was all of Hollywood.
Was it that night of the elections in 2016? Didn't one of the networks stress that Hillary Clinton was a 99% chance of winning?
Yes.
Oops.
Well, they hadn't fortified as much as they did. This fortification takes time, so it does. Oh God!
Hey, where's your president right now?
I don't want to even talk about it.
Sorry, it was just chat. As I was like, yeah, never forget. They created member berries, by the way, South Park.
Yes, they did.
And that's
Fucking
now in
brilliant.
the public vernacular. That's in the.
It is. It got so like they were so ahead of their time on that one.
Yep.
Remember Jabba the Hutt? Remember the red?
Remember. Just Randy's.
Yeah.
I was watching the streaming wars, and the kid Randy was Karen, and the pee-pee, and the water park.
People who annoy you.
Yes. Oh, okay. I was gonna look for Ant-Man box office. Hang on.
I got it right here, by the way. I got it right up here.
You do?
Yeah.
We'll whoop it out.
Okay. Excuse me while I
fun diagrams to
whip
show how it's
this out.
God, we need that clip.
Place it right on the table.
Oof. It's just yeah.
Plop.
I'm not from Havana. Yeah. So they want to add the 20th when it.
What movie? Hang on. What movie
Mhm.
was that from? Nick the Dick. Is that Bachelor Party? Yes, it's Bachelor Party.
Bachelor Party. Yeah,
Bachelor
we just
Party.
slams it on the desk.
Nick the Dick. Why
With
did they call
Tom
you Nick
Hanks,
the Dick?
Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks, man.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Good film.
Good film.
Should I add it to the list or should I
Yes.
not?
Yes, it would never be made.
It's
Ever,
a sex comedy. There used to be a genre which was sex comedies.
Yes, well,
American Pie is a sex comedy.
There used to be sex in Bob's in movies, and now there.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. When we say sex, we mean between a man and a woman.
That's yeah.
Well, you can have lesbians.
Porky's, yeah, can't forget
Yeah.
Porky's.
American Pie 2.
Yes, true.
That's actually a
And
really
I mean,
cringy, difficult scene to watch, but hilarious.
There's only one of the guys was willing to do the yeah. I remember.
Were you trying? Oh, remember comedy?
I remember comedy.
comedies. Yeah, so 105 million over the weekend. That's
3-day weekend, right? There's
yeah. Well, they're going to add another one on for a 4-day weekend, and they're hoping it's going to go up to about 140 mil. But that would be
That's
4
just
days.
cheating.
Yes,
Way too much cheating going on. I don't like it.
but it wasn't it like in Canada? You got a thing in Canada called Family Day?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
holiday.
and that was that was yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my
We have-
All
Canadian
the
shit.
families
Time
go
and a
out
half.
and be families.
we have a thing called President's Day, and then our president leaves.
Well, you had President's Day, and then he went to make sure that Hunter's boss had paid his wages that month
Yep.
out of your taxpayers' money.
But like all the headlines, dude, are Marvel's Ant-Man Quantum Maniac. I'm not going to say that anymore. Best Avatar at the box office.
Oh, do you know what is even worse though than this? Fucking international, man. When
Oh.
you're going nearly 50-50 with the international market, I ain't good. That's not a good sign.
How many times did you get tweeted with the box office mojo numbers of 367 million? I
I was on a stream at the time that they were released, and not a good person, not a nasty person, said, "Oh, Ant-Man's done 355 million over the weekend." I was like, "That doesn't sound right." So I said, "Hold on, let me have a look." So I went to the numbers, and the numbers were showing 225 million. This slightly corrected, but it's 226 million now. And I was like, "Well, the numbers are saying 225 million or whatever it was at the time, 223 million or whatever." And then I went to Box Office Mojo, and it was showing that high number. Wasn't Box Office Mojo, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't Box Office Mojo the one that fucked up the Thor number that
Yes, they
Campia
were.
just pounced all over and then looked like a fucking retard because he thought that Thor made 700 and something million in the weekend?
I hunted, Rob. I hunted for Tobey Maguire's dick.
700 million in a weekend?
Yeah, that would be the biggest opening of a movie of all time.
I was about to say, what
by
was
a
Avatar
mile.
2's opening weekend? It wasn't even close to that, right?
No,
That tweet quickly went, did it?
it did.
God, can you imagine if that
You know,
happened? We'd be like, why the fuck are people
to
coming out
be
in droves
fair,
for this stupid movie?
He came out and pulled it down, but he was so quick to put that out because he was doing I'm going to go in some people's live streams and give them a super chat and make some content out of it. And he went into Ryan Kinnell's chat, and Ryan was like, "This thing's going to be a disappointment." And John came in and said, "You're crazy." And Ryan was respectful as Ryan can be. Said, "I'm not crazy, you bitch." No, he didn't say that. But he pointed out like, yeah, it is going to be because based on the budget, and Ryan has really been good on pointing out, and this needs to be pointed out a lot. For one, they don't adjust for inflation, and they don't talk about ticket sales. By the way, they do not tabulate ticket sales anymore post 2019. They stopped 2019. They stopped doing it. Why? Because they're insanely low. They're off 40 to 50%. Even Avatar at like it's about hitting 3. It's going to be third at the box office. The tickets cost a lot more, and a lot fewer were sold than the first movie. Not saying people didn't like it. People go, but that's just a fact with all of movies. It's not just Avatar. It's all of movies. So, and Ant-Man is in these 3D theaters kicking out Avatar. And you got to know that some people at Disney were going, why are we doing that? Like, why? I mean, Avatar's still making money. It's still making, and I bet you the Avatar goes right back in those theaters in a couple of weeks too.
Oh yeah.
It's a bloody juggout. You may as well just let it do its thing.
Let it do its thing. It doesn't matter if I like it or not. If people like it, well, great. But no,
there's also China added to that as well.
Yeah, it didn't do well in China. Avatar did not do well. Oh, I don't think American films are going to do well over there. For one, half the country's still locked down, and it depends on how they distribute it. And then they get 60% of the cut that goes up. By the way, all the people who are complaining about this video game being made by Russians were doing that on a phone made by slave labor
in China.
In China. Just want to point that out.
I've never understood how people haven't made connections to how everything works in this world, how much money flies all over the place in so many different ways.
Do you know right now we are talking to Russians and Ukrainians and some people in China. You're all cool.
And New Zealanders.
And New Zealand. Fuck no. I'm just kidding. New Zealanders. And you're all cool. I like the governments don't make you. We're glad you're here, but that's how stupid our media is. So effing stupid. So I had to dig to find a headline that the Wrap usually tries to tell the truth as much as they can. You know what I mean? They're not the best, but at least they won't, because everything else is spin for Ant-Man 3, which will be a freaking memory in a week. I was even worried. I'm like, is anybody going to remember this movie by the time my video comes out? I don't know. I don't know.
It is going to get memory hold really fast.
Yeah, there's like and thank you, I agree with you, MauLer. I don't think we're getting to the point of apathy now. We're getting to the point of Star Trek Discovery season 4, late into Disney Star Wars. This is what we were all talking about for years. First, there is passion because people actually care about this stuff. And yeah, people get mad and they'll speak their minds because that's what fans do. But then there's the apathy. And then there's the millions of people who just walk away without saying anything. That's a thing I learned at my comic stores. You know, when I have subscribers, I'm like, haven't seen that guy in a couple months. And I called him, or gal, very rare case gal, but and they'd say, oh, sorry I didn't pick him up, but yeah, I just lost interest. You know, the one more day killed it for me or something like that. Just never, and you understand, you do, but that's most people. They're not going to go and make videos about it. They're just going to go on to the next thing. That's where we're heading with the MCU, and that's going to affect DC too.
Well, legit question for you both, for all of you. What is there to remember about Ant-Man? What is there to remember?
Don't be a dick.
The socialist uprising that destroyed a fascist empire.
Yes, with that great speech by Casey, whatever fucking name. Cassie.
You called her Casey in your video, and I laughed.
I did. I don't care. Cassie, Stinger, Stature, whatever the hell she is.
Well, and if you noticed as well, like every single individual MCU movie, especially Phase 4 that got released, was praised to hell and back. However, a lot of bigger pundits will look back on the whole thing and be like, that wasn't so great. What's going on, Marvel? It's like, that's a really weird perspective that you think all the components are excellent, but the whole thing was terrible. It's like they want to have, I guess, their cake and eat it too. Because the successful narrative right now, the one that bends to reality the best, is that Phase 4 was shit.
Well, because it was.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's like it's the story that works the best because it's the one that's closest to reality. But I just find it fascinating that they still can't shit on any of these movies as they come out. Even Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Quantum Mania, like those people were just like, oh, that tweet. I will never get over that tweet that was like, this, you have to look at this as the first episode of a multi-series thing about this, that, the other. What, it's the end of a fucking trilogy. I was like, this is dystopian for movies, man. Like, what's going? Episode 1, like what?
Cinema. Oh, well, remember when I don't know if there were talks from Marvel. I don't know if it was from Kevin Feige or just a producer that Quantumania was going to be up there with Civil War, like as far as importance to the MCU. They're just lying now. They like, for one, this was supposed to be in Phase 4. It was never supposed to start out Phase 5 because they have no plan. They have no plan for any of that. And now, people are waking up to it. This was never going to do, like, Ant-Man is a tough sell anyway. And a lot of this feels obligatory to get to what? Because again, Marvel isn't, the MCU is nothing without Iron Man. Tony Stark is Iron Man. Steve Rogers is Captain America. Like, they're just not. There's no characters to give a crap about. So they're just going out and lying so they can produce their product. Their first episode.
Like he's almost like maybe like a C-lister who's scratching at B in the MCU, and they just jumped him up to A. They're like, you like the equivalent of. They're like, you gotta. Ant-Man, you got to pull people in because, like Doctor Strange was like our biggest guy at this point, which is not good enough. Like, it's not even close to good enough.
But this is the movie. This is meant to be the foundation of Stage 5. And it's not. It's not even close. There's no plan to this nonsense. It's literally just movie from movie now. We've had 3 TV shows pulled. And they've likely been pulled because they're either being adapted to be more in line with Phase 5, or they've been pulled because they know that they're just going to be an absolute fucking waste of space. I think it's probably the former rather than the latter, that they're going to try and add Stage 5-y shit to it. But Guardians of the Galaxy is not going to have fuck all really to do with Kang.
It'll have nothing to do with anything other than itself. You know that's going to be self-contained. I'm actually curious if even the fucking post-credit scenes will have anything to do with the MCU. It's going to be such an isolated movie.
Probably. I reckon a post-credit scene in a movie that's got nothing to do with Stage 5 will have 30 seconds of Kang doing a thing or Kangs doing things.
Why didn't they do that all through Phase 4? Oh, because they didn't have a plan. They had every opportunity to have Kang pop up in No Way Home, and Multiverse of Matt, and Mom.
They probably want to now, but it's too late now.
Yep. Oh, do you think they'd retcon? Oh, they would.
Phase 4 was literally the deconstruction of the male Marvel hero.
It was all about character assassination. Yep. It was all about character assassination. So Ant-Man 3
Skrulls, when we doing Skrull stuff, isn't that coming up soon?
That's that's the next thing that doesn't have a release date. By the way, I think Marvel's and Guardians are now the only things with actual release dates. Loki does not have one, and Secret Invasion does not have one, and apparently those are the only 2 D+ shows we're getting this year. Which are, by the way, totally the least MCU out of all their slate. Right. So I'm sure it's pure accident, unless they have, well, I don't know, Loki. You haven't seen Sylvie in Loki, have you? In the trailers. Maybe I missed her. Maybe I didn't care.
I haven't seen a trailer for Loki season 2, and it's meant to be out imminently.
I saw a trailer last year. Right, guys? Yeah, there's a trailer. There's a trailer.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh. I saw some kind of footage or something.
Hold on.
Because, of course, there's the after credit scene for Ant-Man, but other than
no,
that,
I saw something before that.
I remember seeing like a behind the scenes
or something, maybe.
Loki season 2 teaser, which is less than a minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we watched it on this show.
I haven't seen it.
How memorable it was.
I have not seen this.
I genuinely have no memory of this.
Mechanized organism designed only for cringe. MODOK with a C. That's good. Oh wait. Chat was like that. There we go.
He's getting clowned.
Right. Here's the fucking. I'm on the trailer for Loki season 2. There is 51 seconds of nothing before it gets to the actual trailer, which is 2 minutes long.
You want to show it real quick?
I mean, they won't. They don't.
They don't hit us.
Yeah.
No. Hey, let me credit. I'll give credit to Disney for one thing. They don't copyright strike.
Yeah.
They just don't. Which, thank you. We're gonna shit on all your stuff.
Long ago, there was a vast multiversal war. Countless unique timelines battled each other for supremacy, nearly resulting in the total destruction of, well, everything. But then the all-knowing He Who Remains emerged, bringing peace by reorganizing the multiverse into a single timeline, the sacred timeline. Now, He Who Remains protect and preserve the proper flow of time for everyone and everything.
For all time. God, Loki was so shit.
It was. Oh my God! Can we get
50
Damn,
seconds? It's
you're right.
in.
That's too long.
It's because they've got nothing to fucking show.
Do you really ever think that, X-Ray Girl?
About this trailer, yes.
She's Asian. Everything's too long.
We write our own destiny now.
People, me love you long time.
is he? I was told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the Timekeepers.
They're all variants.
If anyone was ever going to make it back from the void, I suppose it was going to be you.
Oh, well, one man's void is another man's piece of cake.
So Ravana Renslayer is Kang's girl. Know that, right? Maybe not.
When you have like a chance to put one line in the trailer, why don't you make it a good line? Oh wait,
Yeah.
they don't have any good lines. Oh well.
One man's whatever is another man's piece of cake. What the?
Maybe they should be restricted to 9 words too.
I agree.
FUD,
One man's writer is another person's blogger.
What? Yeah, Hollywood's void is their creativity.
I mean, it's like because you got it with
He's our strength.
You got it with MOM, but like because I was listening to you guys talking about Ant-Man on FNT, and every once in a while, I think as more than anybody would say like fucking memory store writing, like when they come up with however they try to solve problems,
Exposition dumps.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this shit's gonna. There's a fucking limit on how much people can tolerate like the absolute garbage of right. One of the things that absolutely baffled me when they're in the probability storm, and basically it's just it's going to be infinitely replicating you based on your choices. It's like, oh, okay, so what we should be seeing is a flesh tornado immediately because you guys would just be the amount of choices. You're just going to crush up into the room and everyone dies. But okay, fine, fantasy film, la la la. We'll just have a couple hundred of them or whatever. It's like, how are you going to solve this problem? It's like, well, it just solves when Wasp arrives. It's just solved. Why? But why?
Because the woman showed up. Obviously.
When the mum doesn't warn her before she goes in, and so she just starts seeing clones of herself, and she's like, "Ignore them. They're just other potential use." It's like, what?
Oh God, what was the Doctor Who parody? Why am I blanking on it now? That Stephen Moffat wrote.
Oh, the fatal
Curse of the Fatal Death.
Yeah.
One of the jokes they kept on doing in that is like, "What's the problem here?" Oh, I can answer it, but it's not important right now. I mean, that's basically what they. I mean, Doctor Who does it a lot, okay, but like, it's so ridiculous in this movie. Why she doesn't say anything prior to this? Like, it just makes it dumb. Everything's dumb. I can't tell you. I'm trying to protect you. You're a 62-year-old woman with osteoporosis. Tell me what's going on. You can't protect shit.
Dude, one of the things that makes me laugh my ass off is when Evangeline Lilly is trying to get information out of it the whole film, but she keeps telling like, "Nope, you're gonna be later. No, not now." Like, I can't tell you, it's the secret of. And then when they're on the little ship, she like walks up and she goes, "There's something you're not telling us." I was like, "Yeah, she's told you that throughout the whole movie that she's not telling you stuff. What do you mean? Yep. Why you like?" Sometimes I don't even know if the people who write the dialogue like have more than 5 seconds of memory. I was like, "Yeah, she's told you several times that she's not going to tell you," and then you're like, "You're hiding something." Like,
really?
You know something, don't you? Yeah, I've been saying that from the start.
Or yeah, there's so many dumb things I couldn't even get to. I was talking to MauLer about this for my video. I'm like, I can't get to all the dumb things. I just gotta do my best.
Like, when they first fucking arrive, and the try-hard lady who's leading the resistance, first thing she says is, "You guys are from the surface, which means he's gonna hunt you." It's like, okay. And then like fucking 4 scenes later, she's like, "You guys are looking for Janet? If you're looking for Janet, that means he's looking for you." Like, did you forget what you said like half an hour ago? Like, who wrote this scene? Somebody else? Like, what's going on?
They did massively reshoot this last minute. It got noted to death. There was a total different ending, including one that possibly killed Scott.
I actually can, at this point, because I'm just that cynical, it probably was the best fucking film they had out of all the endings.
Yep.
The one where you have your new villain actually kill a hero that matters. I say that matters, you know what I mean. It's like slightly more than everyone else because he's someone who's been there.
That would have set the tone. I mean, listen, it's Secret Wars. You can bring him back as a variant, whatever. But you're right. It would have set the tone, like for that. For
Make us
Kang.
think that Kang actually, the fact that he got beaten because Hope fired a little wasp blast at him.
Yep.
That was so lame.
Bree-hole. Bree-hole.
That's another thing. Why did the ants fucking half-ass the job? They didn't kill him. They hurt him and then let him go. What's that
Maybe
about?
he killed the ants.
Do you think they would have let Hank know? There was a whole army of them.
Maybe he defeated them with capitalism.
Oh,
maybe he did.
Should we see the end of this nonsense?
Yeah, let's see the end of it.
Your reality. Everything you're holding on to. I know how it ends.
Wait a minute.
That's the same thing we heard in Ant-Man.
Well, no, but Kang died, wanted to die in the end of Loki. And with him dying,
there's another one. So
the human race was going to be able to write their future for the first time because he'd been writing everything that happened was all Kang.
Yep.
And then Kang just said, "There, I know everything. I know how it ends."
But I'm not going to like, hey, it might have helped them. Like, maybe they would have helped him if he would have mentioned what happens at the end. Well, I'm coming. Okay. And what are you going to do? Party like it's
dude.
1999.
That look the other way shit. And then he literally looks the other way. Like, and nobody talks like a person in the fucking movie. Nobody does that in Phase 4. But yeah, you're right. When someone tells you, if you don't help me, then something will be coming that you're going to want to stop. Most human beings would be like, oh, what's that? What's that thing? What's the big horrible thing? But Scott instead is just like, no. It's like, oh, okay.
But we all know it's just more Kang.
It was almost like there was way more dialogue to that scene that all got cut out.
There probably was. But they also, hey, we're going to lock up these superheroes who get all of their power from their superhero suits with their superhero suits on.
Well, you know, had he taken it off Cassie, she wouldn't have been able to escape, and MODOK would still be on your team. God, I've seen everyone sharing that.
Well, I text you that, didn't I?
Yeah. That's what,
I was just like, why would Kang, who knows the power of the suits, let them wear the fucking suits?
At least I can understand him letting Scott keep his because he's going to use him to do the job.
Yeah, but he would have taken it off. Let's just say, but you would have taken it off him and then given it back to him to do.
And you're
his thing.
Kang, so you could put a fail safe in there. That's his power is he's super intelligent and has like godlike tech, but he's just a dude. He's just a dude. Which is another thing.
I found the line really weird where she said, like, they put him in the quantum verse, the place between space and time, because it's the only place he could hold him. It's like, what do you mean? He's just a guy. Put him in a fucking prison cell.
Yep.
That's it.
Just take his stack away and put him in a prison.
Put him in irons and he's fucked. Just take away his suit. I don't understand. Why did you crash him? Why'd you crash him?
I got it. Continue on, MauLer. It's all right.
Probably not a good image.
Well,
whatever
they care rings of
restriction
power
you want. Put him in like a special sci-fi goo that keeps him trapped and frozen or whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, why ditch him in the quantum
why
realm?
don't they just kill him
with a multiverse traveling machine that's out of batteries?
Why didn't you kill him?
I feel like Scott Evil here. here. I'm just
gonna
walk up and shoot him in the head.
Give me the gun. I will just put it. Bang!
we can do it together.
It'd be fun.
Drinker got
you just don't know how this
Drinker
works.
got a Dr. Evil clip in his video. Props for Drinker. There you go.
Wow.
I got Grumpy Old Men in. I've been trying to get Grumpy Old Men into a video for a year, dude. So getting Burgess Meredith was my proudest moment as a YouTuber.
Should we see the last 10 seconds of this? Probably?
Yes.
Oh, there she is, Gary.
Sylvie,
there she is. There you go.
Yay!
So Loki can fuck himself
Look,
again.
He's defeated. He's got a collar around him or a straitjacket or something. Sylvie's there to save the day, obviously.
Give him a big old kiss.
She taught herself magic, though.
She did. And
At 6
we've all
years
been
old.
there. We've all taught ourselves.
Karen Loki.
That was not a trailer. That was literally 1 minute of barely anything.
I know.
Does it make sense why I didn't have any memory or knowledge of that thing, like that trailer? I no. And I won't in a day from now.
No. I think you're right. This thing gets memory hold real quick. And did you call the 45-day window for this one going on Disney Plus?
21 day. Yeah, this will be 45 days and on
45-day window, yeah. I would say yes.
Well, some people are saying it's fan made. Is that a fan made thing?
It didn't. Maybe.
It's not. It's on Flow Film Studio.
Maybe. Did you find anything on Disney?
Hold on. This is a criminally good fan trailer.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
That's probably why I haven't heard of it.
Loki season 2 teaser 2 weeks ago from Screen Culture.
Find one on Disney or Marvel. Just put Marvel next to it. It's hard to find because they mimic so much, but I could have sworn maybe I didn't see one. I saw them in it might have been behind the scenes. They were in a bunch of they were in period piece clothing, including 70s. But I'll read this article.
Wow, everyone's calling you a boomer. As I happen to think that's why you're here, chat. You let us know about these things.
Hey, these people are putting thumbnails that say official trailer, so I believe them.
Yeah,
it's
they
the
didn't
internet.
bait me. They tricked
it tells
me.
the truth. And how dare you call as a boomer?
Yeah,
that's our word.
Yeah,
I'm
Gary's
the boomer.
jealous.
I'm the boomer. Damn it.
There is nothing at all from Marvel.
So no trailer for
No.
Loki. There is a trailer for Secret Invasion. I've seen that one. But how can there not be a trailer for Loki?
When is Loki out?
It's supposed to come out late in the summer. That's the rumor. They have not given a date.
Are we all watching that? Do we have to?
Yeah.
If Richard Grant is in it, that could be fun.
Yes.
Is he coming back? Bring him back.
He's dead.
I don't care. Bring him back.
He died.
Whatever. They have
with the only good scene in the whole fucking show.
Oh, if they did the whole movie with him, that'd be brilliant.
And Richard A. Grant is just fucking building Asgard.
Why can't they just do a whole movie
It was
with him?
baller, man. That was the best thing about Loki. The only good thing about
X-Ray
Loki.
Girl. What happened to the 100-pound super chat I just saw from Lance Johnson? Am I missing that?
Lance?
It was up there, and now it's gone.
Let me look.
100 pounds.
Is this website just put out fake fucking trailers all day? Is that all they fucking do?
Well, as you gotta
Superman
have
Legacy teaser trailer. Jurassic
you gotta
World
have
4 teaser trailer.
Gotta keep your eyes sharpened for such foolery. You don't want to be
such deception, such
yeah.
deceit. I do not see one from Marvel at all. No. I'll hit up the website. Not the website. Hit up the channel and try and physically look then, but I got nothing, man. Nothing.
Okay, it's at the bottom.
Okay, thank you. Lance Johnson for 100 pounds. That's proper money. Thank you, Lance.
Oh, it's actually euro, but that's my fault for writing pounds. I couldn't find the sign.
Euros, pounds.
Euros.
Pounds are better. It sounds better. Euros, though. 1 million this year, old man. What a story. Good leadership is needed now more than ever. Cheers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Doesn't happen without you guys. That's an insane number. But I never, yeah, it's crazy. being at 700,000. That's a little weird, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful, but didn't expect it to happen. Lady Gravemaster for $20 says Gunn continues to shoot himself. And by the way, you're not supposed to be doing that, Lady Gravemaster. In the foot. His grand plan gets harder and harder to believe with each new thing he tweets out. As a DC fan, I am sick of being lied to. Just give me solid Batfleck and Cavill Superman films. Now we gotta get the authority, Lady Gravemaster. We need that first.
Yeah, and
Creature
Commandos. Yeah.
All right.
Dude, there is fucking
Gary,
there is nothing, mate.
When you hit 1 million subs, you need to do a positive review of the Marvels or something.
Oh, and just like sell out right there and then.
Yeah, just do like a full on it was incredible. It was a triumph. It saved lives. It do all of the things. Like a rundown.
Gavin McGinnis used to do like an SJW version of himself as like his brother, and he'd wear like a scarf and different glasses, and he'd do that. Maybe I could do something like that. Sure. Everybody goes 24-hour stream. No.
No.
No. I'll do a 12-hour one, but not 24 hours. No way. I need to sleep. I'm too old for that shit. Trucker Rob for $50. You're welcome, Gary. Look forward to saying you're welcome for 1 million subs. Thank you, Trucker Rob, and thank you all again. I appreciate it. I do. Thank you. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, go Elton John, Gary. Yeah, something like that. You know, I'll wear an ascot or a feather boa, or yeah, I'll just go full SJW. Maybe a blue hair wig. I'll borrow one from Az. He's got plenty of them. Dyslexic American in 2 parts for $20 says, "Hail, finally get to watch a stream since I'm sick." Do you have to be sick to watch this? Okay, whatever. I'll take it. You are having a better day than me. If I may recommend the series Video Game High School, it was made by the great Freddie Wong. It was made and it may be cringe at times, but worth the time and a bit of YouTube history. Also, due to cancer, my dog lost a couple of toes. Oh no. Well, at least he's still alive, but sorry about his toes. He now looks like a penguin. Sorry if I misspelled anything. Don't apologize to me. I'll misspell it all. You should call your dog the Penguin from now on. Just roll with it. Poor doggo. Poor doggo. Sorry about that. Ant-Man 3 box office shows the limits of post-Endgame Marvel Cinematic Universe. Paul Rudd's charm overcame mixed reviews, but the poor opening in China means global totals for most MCU films will be, what's this word here? Diminished?
Whoa. Thanos snapped?
Thanos snapped. Well, Hollywood Thanos snapped half of their audience over the last 5 years. It was a very slow snap. It's a very slow snap, but they did it. Ant-Man is currently sitting at 47% in the critics, and amazingly is completely frozen at 84% audience score.
That is so weird.
So weird, isn't it? What was it? Is Rise of Skywalker still at 86%?
Most likely.
80, right? 86.
It was 86% for like 2 years.
Yeah,
they froze.
That shit was weird.
Doctor Who season 11 at 20% because it was going down to 0. It's still at 86%. Yes. Nothing fishy there.
No. Those poopy critics might not like it, but you money-paying customers, you love it.
And we totally didn't curate your reviews at all with an algorithm. Not at all.
Remember Rings of Power?
What is Rings of Power?
Nobody remembers that anymore.
Oh, God. That seems like years ago.
Remember that fucking psyop?
It does actually feel like it's been ages since Rings of Power. It's kind of weird.
My God.
Yeah.
Even as the grumblings that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is past its prime. Grumblings? I would call them facts at this point. They're just facts. Grumblings. have gotten louder. The opening weekend of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has shown that Hollywood's top franchise is still dependable hit machine. Really? Has it now?
It's like they've forgotten what the hits used to look like.
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
So, performing just slightly better than Black Widow, which was the first film back from a pandemic that also released on Disney Plus, is a hit now. Okay. All right. I would call that goalpost movie.
It lost money.
It lost money. And as you pointed out in your video, Scarlett Johansson sued Disney.
And she sued Disney as well, yes.
It got sued by its star.
The coup de grace
has shown that Hollywood's top franchise is still a dependable hit machine. At the same time, the sub 1 billion global marks MCU films have earned in the past year are likely to be the norm in the new movies.
Why? Why?
It's the pandemic. It's the Ukrainian war.
Top Gun, Avatar.
It's the bees disappearing. I don't even know if they're still disappearing. I'm just looking for it. It's climate change. Climate change is hurting Marvel at the box office. That damn climate change and white supremacy.
Oh, you white screams. Wow.
Yes. It's the white supremacy climate change that is keeping people away from these wonderful Marvel films that everybody loves so much lately. And now they're blaming China. Is a sign of things to come. How far Ant-Man 3 goes over the next month will say a lot about Marvel's ability to create charming superheroes. Okay. So we're just talking about numbers here. Did this person see the movie? See, because to create charming characters, you have to have quality writing, which we have
and characters. You kind of need that as well.
And characters like you care about.
Yeah.
Characterization is not, here is a woman, she good at the science. That's your characterization.
I like her.
I like her. Yes.
We had Darren. Remember Darren? Everyone's favorite.
Darren.
I was more. Do you remember in Black Panther 2 where I don't even know what the fucking Michonne, where Michonne says, "Oh, this girl's rude, and how on earth do they talk to people like this?" And then in the next sentence went, "I like her.
I like her."
I love inconsistency in writing.
What happened in Wakanda Forever? I don't know.
How about you mind all that ash on your head?
It had a limited release in China, which was supposed to boost the numbers, and somehow Wakanda Forever wasn't popular in China. I don't know why. It's a mystery. It's such a mystery. Wait.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Hey, Marvel, I know that you're in a little bit of a bubble, but there's something about China that you might want to know.
They wanted to release it during Black History Month in China.
I thought they were going to wait till Pride Month in China.
Well, I mean, we have
Pride Month
now.
in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Not even X-Ray Girl's laughing. She's too scared to laugh.
Oh,
shit's funny.
Shit's funny. If there's one movie that you want to put out for the Marvel Universe in China, it's not Black Panther. Trust us on this one.
Release the Eternals. You know, they really love that.
It's not even Shang-Chi.
No, they thought Shang-Chi was ugly, remember?
Yes, he was ugly.
And Chloe Zhao's like a dissident, so yeah.
And Marvel, when they did The Last Jedi, just like China, Vietnam, it's all the fucking same. Oh,
I know. Rose Tico, was supposed to be like for the Asian market, and it's like
she's fucking Asian. They're Chinese.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
These are the people who are moralizing to
There's
us,
no
by
difference.
the way.
There's no difference between a Crip and a Blood.
Oh my god.
Modern rockers, they're just the same.
Yeah, mods and rockers.
Fine. Oh man.
Put them in a boys club together. They'll have a good time.
One big happy family.
One big happy family. How far Ant-Man 3? Did I read that part? Okay. The studio's new release continues to struggle against word of mouth. You mean with those 67% drops? Word of mouth. It's more like ass to mouth. Shit.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
Oh man.
Dude.
Oh. Why word of mouth not split?
Word of mouth that falls short of the effusive praise the MCU, I gotta make sure I don't say MCU, consistently got prior to Avengers Endgame, and the movie will face off against a crowded slate as more studios joust for audiences returning to theaters. Joust? Are the sword fighting now? What's going on?
It doesn't really work that way, right? Like
No.
as if like people were like, I can only see one movie this month. That's all that's happening. I know that there is a bit of a competition, but the idea that what's stopping Ant-Man from its grand victory is that it's going to have to fight against what even is it fighting against? Avatar 2?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, if Cocaine Bear beats Ant-Man, that would be kind of glorious. I don't care who's directing it. That would be.
I was going to say it's a two-edged sword there, mate.
Yeah, it is.
Insufferable corporation, insufferable cunt. You know,
if the insufferable see you next Tuesdays take out the insufferable corporation, I just call that a win. They can just eat each other.
And then the horror. No, they won't.
Yeah.
No, they won't.
No. Studios joust for audiences returning to theaters, including Warner Brothers, New Lines, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, which will be a blip. 300, 400 million worldwide.
Will it
maybe
even be a blip?
The last one didn't. The last one came out when people were still watching movies a lot. It came on the heels of, or came right before Captain Marvel, somewhere around that time, and it made 300 million worldwide, 400 million worldwide. Oh, did Ray Liotta? Oh, yeah, shut up. I already knew. Who was Mike Sizemore? Tom Sizemore is in the hospital. That's what I was thinking. Oh.
Yeah.
Tom Sizemore had an aneurysm.
Brain aneurysm. Yeah.
Aneurysm.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. Where was and MGM's Creed 3, which will probably do fine. There's no Sly in it though. And if they kill off Rocky, fuck that movie. And Lionsgate's John Wick 4, which I'm gonna go see. I'll see it. I watched John Wick yesterday with my boy. He had never seen it.
I love
John Wick.
Fucking great movie.
You're already dead.
Yep.
You know what they call him?
Baba
They call him Baba Yaga. Which is the name of John Wick 4, isn't it? It's John Wick 4, Baba Yaga.
Poor
He's the one who kills the boogeyman.
Quantum Mania has garnered scores from critics and general audience that nearly match the franchise low posts by Eternals. Has anybody gone to Metacritic? Go check out Metacritic, guys. See where it's at with the people. I don't know. No, do they do a measurement of people of the peoples? Is only critic.
Yeah, Metacritic. Yeah.
Okay. matched the franchise low posted by the Eternals, which I still want MauLer to see in fall 2021 with a 48% critic score. Well, currently, Ant-Man fucking Craptomania is at 47%.
Metascore for critics is 48, so it's the same. User score 6.1 based on 352 rating.
350. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Only 352 people have seen Ant-Man 3. That's not surprising considering there was 5 people in my movie theater on opening day. Rotten Tomatoes, a B. Cinema scores are bullshit, and a 3.5. Hey, that's how many MCUs I gave it. A 3.5 out of 5 MCUs. Score among general audiences on ComScore screen engines. The thing is, though, like Cinema Score, which is total bullshit, Hollywood takes it as gospel. It does. ComScore screen post track, but despite this, Quantum Mania has earned Marvel Studios its 5th straight 100 million plus domestic opening with 105 million 3-day 120. Okay, how many tickets were sold? How much is your average ticket? They haven't updated that price. If you Google it, it still says like $9 and something. That's not true. It's more like 12. It's more like 12 to 13. Beating the 71.2 million opening of the Eternals, which tried to use the pandemic as an excuse, and the 7.8 from Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2018 in fewer theaters, fewer expensive theaters where the dollar was worth a little more. And that was a lead up to, and it still didn't do that well. And that was a lead up to the 2 most anticipated sequels, I would say, of all time.
Legit question. Who are the stars of the MCU now?
Simu Liu. Who are the big guns now? Is Chris Hemsworth still around? The answer is no. So
last thing he said on it, wasn't it, like he's not really interested unless he gets a good story now? Like,
yes.
Okay, so
basically, don't let Taika Waititi next day to this fucking thing.
No, he all but said he doesn't want Taika Waititi doing the next Thor.
Hulk can't have his own solo movie, so you can't do that.
Universal.
Thor is now gone. Captain America is now gone. Iron Man is now gone. The Guardians will be gone. So yeah, it was Ant-Man or Doctor Strange, Ant-Man.
It seems that Benedict Cumberbatch is willing to do all kinds of shit. They're probably going to use him for everything. Yeah. Hell is what I would do.
This is not an impressive lineup.
Spider-Man does not belong to them.
No,
and we have yet to hear a deal between the 2 studios. There's been tons of rumors, and of course they're going to work something out. And some people said, well, they have somebody ran with the rumor that they have a story locked, but that has not happened.
Ask Tom Holland, I'd say. I ain't going anywhere near Phase 5.
We are well over a year of No Way Home, and there has been no deal. I would start getting nervous if I was an MCU stand, because Sony could just, they don't need Marvel. And the minute they really don't need Marvel, they will not need Marvel and Disney. They're never letting Spider-Man go, ever. And if you want to go, well, it's mutually beneficial. It certainly was the last film, but what if Marvel wants to saddle Spider-Man with Ironheart or some other nonsense? And and I'm not saying Sony. They produced Morbius, so they're not they're not good either.
I've got another question. Why do you think they saddled Ironheart with Wakanda?
They needed to introduce her somewhere for her show. And they felt like that was the right movie to do it in the name of diversity. Oh, wait.
So it wasn't because she was black.
I think it was. I would say yes.
It was.
I would say the most obvious answer is yes.
Racist is that? Well, she's black, so let's put her with Wakandans.
Did you see that? What Drew Hernandez tweeted out? Chang can dunk coming on Disney Plus. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, you don't. Hang on. We'll get to that in just a second. Let me get through this real quick. Interest that's a real thing, by the way. Interest among more casual audiences who are key to holdover box office totals will likely take a hit due to mixed word of mouth, but insiders at Disney point to the film's 84% audience score that's been locked there for 5 days.
Wow. The studio just so happened to point towards an audience score which hasn't budged. That's absolutely not a coincidence at all.
The audience scores they try to poo-poo and ignore for everything else. All of a sudden it counts now. And it's never been an accurate metric. I've never said it was. But it is fun when stuff like Doctor Who hit 0% on it.
The gaslighting is just so funny. Oh, when it hit 0%, that was one of the greatest days.
That was brilliant. I was like, oh, screen cap now. Sorry, I'm slightly choking to death right now. But the show must go on. So if I die, I had fun. But insiders at Disney point to the 84% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes as a sign of better reception among the public. Post-track scores from families were stronger than general audiences, with 5.5 among kids and a 4.5 among parents, though they only accounted for 16% of the weekend crowd.
Wow, that's so weird.
And more foreboding sign for the film's global box office potential is its extremely poor 19.2 million opening in China.
There we go. Yeah, mentioned that earlier.
More than 70% below the 66 million opening earned by Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2018. Oh, holy fuck. We too low.
We too low. It's too late.
Something
wrong.
Dude, someone just super chat saying that was great.
There's no accounting for taste.
You could like it. I thought it was terrible.
I usually like with some of these movies, I'm like, I can understand how blah blah blah. But like a couple people said they thought this one was like strong compared to the rest. And I was just like, damn, I thought it was awful. Like just fucking awful. But like, all right, fair enough, I guess.
That's all you got to say. Like, unlike others, I'm not here to police opinions on YouTube.
Maybe was it some of the jokes? Because I think, did you guys think there was any good jokes in the Ant-Man movie?
Legitimately,
when Michael,
I can't even think
when
of a
Michael
joke.
Douglas accurately described socialism. I thought that was pretty
yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah,
I liked one joke, and it
What's
was
that?
when the mind reader guy said blah blah blah, and he has 7 holes, and then Paul Rudd stays for like a few seconds.
Yeah.
And the reason I found that funny is because when he said 7 holes, I immediately was like
counting
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I was like, oh shit, he's doing it too. That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, I did exactly. Yeah, I did the same, and I think I titted. I think I went.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same. So you know, that's more than the common Marvel movie these days. So, yeah,
it is. You got to chuckle at a MauLer.
Well, it was like maybe
like a
Pity laugh.
More like your soul farted and it came out the mouth.
Well, to be fair, if your soul farts, that destroys universes like King. Okay, so a more foreboding sign for the film's global box office potential is the extremely poor 19.2 million. Okay, I read all that. Let's scroll down. So yeah, they were relying heavily on China. They sucked China's big D so they can get back in. And
I got news for you.
It's very likely the de facto blackout that Chinese officials put on Marvel and most other Hollywood blockbusters in 2021 and 2022 likely had an impact on Quantum Media. You think? Given the interconnected nature of the MCU, it is quite possible that millions of Chinese moviegoers have lost interest in the franchise because they didn't know what the fuck. They're like, "What's Loki doing back?"
Yeah.
What
We've
is
been
this?
on lockdown for on Marvel movie lockdown for a couple of years now. So who gives a also, most aren't a lot of theaters in China now locked back down again.
6 films released over the last. What was that?
You guys have more knowledge on this, so I'm just like looking to clear something up. Why aren't Sony just ripping Spider-Man away and just doing their own shit now?
Negotiations. I think they want to see how much they can get out of Marvel because it is a lot easier for them to it lightens the load quite a bit.
Is it like the deal is that Marvel make and distribute and sort out everything, and then Sony get the big piece of the pie? Is it like that?
Yes, and then they get to share characters. They basically exchange characters.
So on that note, I was actually going to say, because I could understand if maybe you were like, oh, you know, throw him with Iron Man, of course, Captain America, blah, blah, blah. It's like, who the fuck is he going to hang out with these days? It's like, well, we already did Doctor Strange, and that was already, you know.
I fear that they would put him with Hawkeye.
Carol? Hawkeye?
Yeah, but I ain't talking Jeremy Renner.
Oh, new Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Girl Hawkeye.
Well, he's not coming back for a minute, so
I reckon when Spider-Man 4 comes out, I think it's gonna be a standalone. I don't think we're gonna see any Marvel heroes in that film.
I think that they should probably take that risk and be like, let's see if he can do it. And I think he probably would be able to.
Jeremy Renner he's been a bit of a legend recently. Keep
yeah,
going, Jeremy.
Total legend. He'll be better. He'll get better. He might be able to come back and do it. Maybe they'll put him in a proper Hawkeye costume. That'd be kind of cool. Give him his own damn movie. Just some street level stuff, which will be a lot cheaper than $200 million. Make it rated R and just have him like
remember when we
fighting
thought
the Hand or something? I don't know.
The Hawkeye
the
show
Yakuza.
might be like a Die Hard. But Hawkeye.
Oh, that's what they were pushing it. They're like, this is just like Die Hard. That's what the critics were saying. The ones who saw the first 3 episodes and probably never watched the rest of the series.
Well, dude, they ever seen Die Hard?
No.
They're
They
probably like me.
They saw YouTube clips. They saw him barefoot and sticking his head out a window, and they're like, "It's a Christmas movie."
Yeah.
And
They
it
do all
is.
of them. We were sold on WandaVision by being an incredibly zany and creative idea of like traveling through the ages of TV, the eras, and loads of clues as to what exactly might be going on, how it's all like in its psyche, it's grief-ridden, but then like the real answers were boring as hell, and everything went to shit in the last episode. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm pretty sure that at first it was being sold as like a super awesome espionage political thriller. It was supposed to be an extension of Winter Soldier, what everyone really liked about that, and then that was a fucking mess. Loki is obviously a sci-fi adventure, and it's just like first 10 minutes it ruins the stakes of the entire Infinity Saga.
You know, it's an extension to Winter Soldier that isn't half bad in a series that it was okay at first and I didn't like it afterwards, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They did a little side thing that went along with Winter Soldier and Hail Hydra and stuff. I thought that was pretty good.
What, when they turned one of their agents rogue?
In season 2. When
that was good.
I was still Wheaton at that point, right?
But as soon as they introduced the Inhumans, that
was dumb. Yeah.
So is it like, so they bait you to lure you in, then they switch the premise? Like, no, they bait you in by saying it might be good, and then it's shit. Like every single time.
They bait you in by saying it's a Marvel superhero movie, and then it's shit.
6 films released over the last 2 years, including Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange Mom, skipped theaters in the lucrative market. That's right. Spider-Man No Way Home was not released in China.
1.4 billion? 1.7 billion was
in the pandemic too. As
people liked it. People gave it a big old thumbs up.
I think it was just white supreme.
Yeah.
Well, Tobey Maguire is going to take over the world. Fine.
Sure.
Wasn't it funny when they did the did you ever see like the audience react videos to No Way Home? when the audience in the cinemas are reacting to the Spider-Man coming out.
The Spider-Man?
And it's fucking hilarious because you got this Marvel movie and you got 3 fucking white boys coming out, and the audience reactions are from all over the world.
Yes.
All over the fucking world. And
That's
they're
what
all
Spider-Man is,
going
isn't
nuts. All going nuts when Andrew Garfield comes out, when Tobey Maguire comes out.
Well, it's funny
I
because
thought they had to see themselves on screen, according to Marvel.
The MCU could barely get its sticky fingers on all 3 of those Spider-Men right now.
Oh,
it wants to, though.
You know what? I can name you 2 films that are guaranteed billion-dollar films.
One of them Spider-Man 4, isn't it?
It is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4 and Michael Keaton's Batman.
I would say, I mean, all right. I mean, I would say
By
World's
himself.
Finest, if they did a World's Finest.
But like, if you just like
That'll
looking
be-
for one character that'll
Oh,
get you $1
Keaton,
billion,
yeah.
Michael Keaton reprising Batman for one more film would do it, and Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi doing a Spider-Man 4 would be a $2 billion film. Easy. That's
Throw Andrew
fucking no
Garfield
brainer.
into the Tobey Maguire film.
Yeah. Why not? Have them the Spider Bros. No, it's Spider-Man.
I think the Keaton film would have to be Batman Beyond.
I'm just saying no, because that's still overcomplicating it. You've already got him in a Batman suit and fucking Flash. Like,
I was actually
have
going to say,
him do an
maybe-
entire fucking movie as fucking Batman, and it
Yeah.
would make $1 billion.
If you
Well,
do
we
a
don't-
trilogy
we
with him,
Flash
make the
is gonna
last one
do
of the
that.
trilogy Batman Beyond. Maybe, because, Batman Beyond, he gets, what, like 20 minutes as Batman, and then he's booted out?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
start the first one with him as Batman and like his last adventure, and then the next 2 Batman Beyond. Fuck yeah. But
And
like
then
for
it's
I'm just talking about
15 years
we
later,
need
20
one
years
movie
later.
with one
Yeah.
character that makes $1 billion that you don't have to put a fucking bunch of cameos into. You don't have to put $200 million into it. You could just have just a normal Spider-Man and Batman story, and then we make $1 billion. Easy.
Batman Beyond, where he's like 80-year-old Batman, but you should also have like 120-year-old Alfred. He's like still there.
No, you have Alfred's the dad.
It'd just be funny. I don't know who we cast, but he's like
Because
still pottering
Because
around.
what you do with the Batman Beyond movie is you start with Michael Keaton. He gets him however they want to play it. Whether they play it with a heart attack, they probably wouldn't in modern cinema. They'd play it with something else. Maybe he gets, beaten up to a degree where he manages to escape and he realizes. Then you have Alfred tending to him, and he's just like, it's over, Alfred. It's over. And you see him like walking away up the stairs, and Alfred just there in the cave. And then it goes 20 years later, and it starts off with the older Bruce Wayne by Alfred's gravestone, putting down fresh flowers. That's how you do that.
But the point I'm trying to make is there is stuff Marvel could do right fucking now that would be a huge hit that they're choosing to put the Marvels over and fucking Ant-Man. Like they could put together a Defenders movie, a real Defenders movie right now. Get your real Namor. Got Doctor Strange, you got Hulk, there's your Defenders team. And you start a new team. You don't even have to call it the Avengers, Defenders, which was a cooler team that took on like the horror part of the Marvel universe and the galactic part, the weird shit. That's what they did.
The horror part.
The horror part. They took I can't say horror. It's a fucking
The horror part.
Take on MILF Manor.
Well, they got Moondragon and the proper Valkyrie. They might be horrors. Horror. I can't say it.
The horror. They take on the whores of the Marvel universe.
They
They're
took on
whores.
whores.
I want to be a defender.
I don't want to see a horror movie. No, a horror movie.
That reminds me
As
of
I
the-
was saying,
Rated
you can put
18.
together the fucking Fantastic Four that look like the Fantastic Four with Doctor Doom right now. What's stopping them? No, they have to get to Echo and Ironheart and Agatha Harkness and all this shit. Like even Mark Millar was kind of. I got to find that tweet. Hang on. Where is it?
The way you pronounce that, it reminds me of a different joke when we were watching Lord of the Rings, and King Theoden is like, "Bring me my horse," But he says it quick enough. He's like, "Bring me my horse." Bring the king his horse. Come on.
You guys can talk while I'm looking. Or I can
No, I think the awkward silence is better.
Oh, well, fuck that.
As you excited for the Flash movie?
Well, I'm definitely excited for Keaton. I am excited for Keaton. I don't care. I don't care.
Do you have any worries? Or are you expecting to just be happy to see him?
Oh, I'm massively worried.
Yeah, I figured.
You know, I mean, even the I'm Batman bit in the trailer, which people are like, yay! It was, I mean, ultimately it was dreadful because it was a he said the line moment, which ain't good. So I am worried, you know, but what could possibly go wrong with Ezra Miller and female Ezra Miller?
They wouldn't be stupid enough to have him do anything but just successfully beat bad guys, right? They wouldn't fuck that up, would they?
I don't know if they're gonna kill him. He might die.
So I was just thinking in my head, it's like, oh, they might try and kill him. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I am very nervous. Seeing Keaton in the Batman outfit is cool.
Think introducing Reed Richards and then killing him like 5 minutes later.
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that.
No, nobody was stupid enough to do that, Gary. Come on.
I know. So this is Mark Millar, seminal comic book writer. Broke away and did Millar World and really successful. Has done some really good stuff that I like. Has this to say. Marvel, Ant-Man 3, Echo, Guardians 3, Cap 4. I forgot about Cap 4. Black Falcon, Captain America, Ironheart, and the Marvels versus DC's. And he's just like only got one James Gunn film in here. Shazam 2, Joker 2, Blue Beetle, The Flash, Aquaman 2, which I wouldn't put up there right now, considering the only reason they didn't pull that one, I think, is just they have so much money into it. And how much Amber Heard is in it as?
20 minutes.
20
Apparently.
minutes.
Allegedly 20 minutes.
Amber Heard. It's going to kill
according
this
to
movie.
tests, a ton to, you know.
Yeah, how did that Harry Potter movie do without Johnny Depp because of Amber Heard? Not very well.
Not very well.
No. And then Superman Legacy. Yeah, I guess I'd have to give the edge to DC just because Joker 2 might be good.
So
I doubt it, but it could be, you know.
I think genuinely, like, gun to your head, honest answer, which would you bet would be more enjoyable to watch, all of one or the other?
DC.
I think DC.
Without even a
I think DC,
question.
but I'll be honest here. I don't think either of them look impressive.
Strong. No, this looks like the end of superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
It really does. But yes, but this is Mark Millar saying this. Whose upcoming slate are you most looking forward to? I can't believe it, but I think we're at a point in history where DC takes over. Yeah, that's usually when DC takes over, right before everything ends, and then they run a crisis. So that's how it works in the comic books. That's how it works. As above, so below. As above, so below. Where was I? Are we done with this damn article?
Where's the neither option? I don't.
Where's the neither? You know what? Original sci-fi. Like, what's the movie you're most excited about this year, or if you even have one?
June 2.
That's mine. I agree.
I guess that would be mine until I can think of something else. That would be mine too.
Maybe Mission Impossible. Kind of looking forward to that.
But I really like Dune. I thought it was great film.
Well, it's a real movie. So, yeah, I'd say Dune, Mission Impossible. I don't know the list completely yet. There's a pretty big list. This is like last year. It's a normal slate of movies.
I'd say it's Dune, Mission Impossible, John Wick is my top 3.
I'm not expecting John Wick.
Cocaine Bear.
Wait, are they really going to do John Wick versus Cocaine Bear? I'll watch that.
Yes, that's a crossover I can believe in.
Or Barbie and Cocaine Bear, maybe.
Oh, fuck that!
Yeah, they're making a Barbie movie, aren't they?
How? I mean, I ain't got a clue.
It could be funny.
You think?
If
There's
they
a
did it
chance
right.
that could be
Anything
good.
can be funny and anything can be good.
Yeah,
Like
I-
it could be, but it could like I don't know.
I don't know
There's no
who's
in
making it,
between.
but obviously it could be depending on like what they go for tone wise. It could be all right. I don't know.
If it's very satirical, I think it'd be really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, that's all it can be.
Well,
is
it's got
satirical.
Simu
Oh, shit,
Liu
we
in
got
it,
the
so
Mario
it's going to
movies
be
coming
great.
out.
No, that's perfect casting for Simu Liu in a
Oh.
fucking Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, a plastic man. Yeah.
Plastic Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't sleep on the Mario movie coming out. That's probably gonna.
That's
there's
gonna
a good
be-
chance that could crack $1 billion. I'm not actually sure.
Oh God, if it does, then Odin has to eat pineapple pizza. And if it doesn't,
Pineapple pizza.
Ooh.
Jeremy has to eat pineapple pizza. So I win either way. I'm
You win.
I could give a crap about Mario, but a lot of
He's,
people do. So
It's one of
you
those things where it could surprise everybody because Mario is a popular guy throughout the world, and this is
Hey, if
this
a
is
little
the first thing of its
if
kind.
if
kinda.
if like a kids Mario movie with a bunch of nostalgia for the adults who were younger and played it was good, yay. That's
'Cause,
good.
like, they've got all of the components working for them, I'd imagine, right? Because they've got proof of concept with the Sonic, the Pikachu, like all those game animated movies. Like so that's enough. There's several animated movies that have come out that have been popular enough. It's like so. This is the safest thing they could have done, especially being like fucking Jack Black's in it, fucking Seth Rogen,
Oh,
whatever.
I know. But like Puss in Boots like got tons of praise. Like
dude, word of mouth. Puss in Boots had word of mouth like getting around everywhere. Everyone was seeing it because everyone kept telling each other to see it. By the way, you guys should see it.
I heard it's really good. And I love Shrek. I love that world. So
I can't believe I'm saying this, but like you watch the film, it's really fucking good. And then at the end, they're like, "What are we going to go now?" You know, Puss, and he's like, "I'm going to go see some old friends." And it like pans over, and it's the far, far away place. It's like, am I seriously getting fucking like an after credit scene for the Shrek universe? But like, it's almost nostalgic because yeah, Shrek was what 2001 was it? How long?
long
ago was Shrek?
time ago.
I was
Well,
a kid.
dude. Yeah, my first son was young when it came out, and his favorite thing when he was a little kid was Donkey. So when the video is on pause, it was Donkey going, "Pick me, pick me, pick me," and he'd watch that for like 20 minutes.
Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
cracking
the
up.
DVD menus, right?
Yeah, and that and he's a monster now. He's 6'5". He's 26 years old. A little baby. Yeah.
But yeah,
Quarter
obviously
Asian son.
that is set up that they're going to be making it of the Shrek, presumably, and who knows? I mean, the Shrek movies, man. Did you check the box office on the Shrek movies? Those are insane.
Yeah,
I never
believe they
realized.
stopped making them.
Yeah, well, to me, it seems like they may have made a misstep and then been like, "Wait, calm down. We've got a very important IP here."
Well,
Don't
remember
destroy
when
it."
they used to do that, MauLer?
No, it's been a long time.
Remember
Like,
when they had
Terminator
a
has been
one
destroyed
misstep
3
and they're like,
times.
why don't we just
Yeah.
pump the brakes for a little bit? Okay. Let's get to this. At the same time, is it possible that the waning interest spreads to many other Hollywood franchises while Avatar: The Way of Water did very well in China with nearly, it did. I thought it didn't do that well, but yeah, 250 million is good. Gross there. Few other films have received a release in the country over the past year. Insiders at Disney say everything's fine. Oh, I'm sorry. They will be weighing options to reignite Chinese interest in Marvel after spending all of the MCU's Phase 4 out of the cinemas there, but will be monitoring the performance of other blockbusters set for Chinese release, including Shazam 2, which is it going to do well?
It's not going to make a difference to anything.
I think Shazam 2 is going to tank.
I'm
And
sorry,
I mean
but our
tank
superhero
hard.
facing Helen Mirren, who I respect. But remember the Defenders? Remember the Netflix's Defenders? And the big bat, bless you, goes on tight.
Sigourney Weaver.
Was a Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver against Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones. Sigourney Weaver. And like nobody
I'm
remembers
sorry,
that
no
show.
one cares about Shazam.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, Shazam should be like part of a team, a side character. It's something you can do fun, especially if you're going to build up to Kingdom Come, kind of an important character. But but they're not. It sounds to me like they're doing everything backwards. James Gunn did come out and say that there isn't going to be a big age difference between Superman and Batman. How? Because Batman's on his 4th fucking Robin. So did he hang out with Dick when he was like 12? So I feel like James Gunn is changing shit. Okay, because there's gonna he said he never said Superman will be 25.
Dick Grayson was about 12, 13 years old when he came into the war.
Yeah, but how old was Batman?
But Batman was about 28.
20 between 24 and 28.
And then he because he goes away for 7 years after he gets kicked out of Princeton.
Depending on what version.
So Dick Grayson came into his life in year 3, so 7 years, 9 years, 20. So he's like 28 years old. And then, I mean, obviously they've fucked around with his age a lot since, but that's approximately what it was.
Post-crisis.
Dick Grayson's with him till Dick Grayson is about 19, 20. And then he deems himself to have kind of like outgrown Robin himself, ditches the mantle. Well, no, he ditches the mantle. Jason Todd becomes Ishmael. And then because he won't give him Robin, and then because when then he gives him the mantle of Robin after he's proven himself. Now this obviously got retconned because that's
what
the
we're
good
talking
stuff
about
with Nocturna and all that kind of stuff. Then that so then Dick Grayson takes up the Nightwing mantle. Jason Todd's with him for about a year or so. As Robin, 1 or 2 years before he's then killed by the Joker.
I voted for him to die, by the way. Still not sorry. I paid 50 cents for that phone call.
Then there is a gap. There is a gap in Batman. Batman doesn't want to take another ward on. And even when Tim Drake comes in A Lonely Place of Dying, even when he proves that he's intelligent, he's worked out who Bruce is, and he's worked out who Dick Grayson is, and he tries to get Dick to become Robin again, but he's like, no, I'm my own man now, I'm Nightwing. And he saves them both. And even when they take Tim in, Tim don't go anywhere near the suit for a long time because he wants to make sure that Tim is up to the task, and he's training before he gets anywhere near a fucking Robin suit. So then we have that's Tim. Then we get Damian Wayne so far down the line. So Damian Wayne technically comes into Batman's life because there's like 10 years until we got to Nightfall. So Batman is meant to be approximately 38 years old at Nightfall, and Tim Drake is Robin at Nightfall. So Batman is technically around about 42 ish, because we're playing loosey goosey, 42-ish years old when Damian Wayne comes into the picture. So Henry Cavill is
perfect
39
age
years old right now.
That's like, it's just bullshit. They fucked over Henry. The studio knew he was going to get fired. They brought him back anyway, just to get a few more bucks out of fucking Black Adam. So they just used the guy. And James Gunn knew it. Warner Brothers knew it. They all fucking knew it. They're all going to deny it. They're all full of shit. They're all full of shit.
Stupid fucking decision, man. I just don't get it.
It's very Hollywood decision. Like James Gunn's playing it nice now. Listen, if you're going to do a hard reset, do it. But they got the movies coming out, so they can't say anything. That's understandable. But we'll see when all these movies come out. If Jason Momoa is Aquaman, if Ezra Miller is Flash, is Gal Gadot going to be Wonder Woman? No, they're going to reset everything. And
they were willing to CGI out a whole ass mustache. You can iron a few wrinkles for a couple of movies if you really think he's looking too
Did
old.
you not watch Ant-Man? I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer looks great, but there was a lot of
post-processing,
blurring and post-processing on the screen.
What I mean.
I was watching an episode of Moonlighting.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking. Oh, poor Bruce Willis, dude. Oh,
I know.
Dementia.
Listen, Henry, go make an amazing Warhammer thing, please.
Please.
Yes.
Okay,
It'll make
people
everyone feel
say,
better.
you know, it's a comic book show. We need to support independent comic books. Chris Gore shot this my way. I have not pre-screened this or anything. He said it'd be pretty funny. This is called Compliance Comics by Nina Paley. Never heard of it. Don't know what it is. This better be funny, Chris, or I'm going to blame you. Oh, shit. I didn't share the sound. I'm a boomer. I'm a boomer, baby.
I'm a boomer, baby. So why don't you cancel me?
Cancel me. Oh, my God.
On Twitter.
What are we? Why are we mad today? We don't get our privacy.
We don't get our privacy.
That still cracks me up. Oh, South Park was so good the last 2 episodes. Here we go.
Hi, I'm canceled artist Nina Paley. I'm raising funds for a new comic book, Compliance Comics. Unlike my past work, Compliance Comics complies 100% with Indiegogo's terms of use. While it's not clear exactly which community guidelines my previous work violated, Trust and Safety has no obligation to tell me. I can is 100% free of the drugs or alcohol, investments or profit sharing, harassment or hate speech, nudity or sexually explicit content, promoting any form of violence, weapons, ammunition, and related accessories, air transportation, political campaigns, medication and dietary supplements, and reselling. In particular, Compliance Comics contains nothing that could be interpreted by even the most politically motivated trust and safety expert as any form of degradation, subjugation, discrimination, or hatred against individuals or groups based on race, ethnic origin, religion, disability, gender, age, veteran status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about my sex, which is not a protected characteristic, but fingers crossed they'll overlook it this time. Compliance Comics has the compliant content you've come to expect from trust and safety enforcement. We could all use more.
This is
trust and
great. You
safety
just
in
build
our
your own
lives,
comic.
So please
Yeah.
support Compliance Comics.
I don't know. I'm
That
a
was
little bit
great.
offended. A little bit offended by the. I think it's very political. You know, the whole thing. There's lots to interpret there. A lot of themes.
Pages of mediocre obedience.
And it's blank.
It's just blank.
That is the kind of stuff you'll find a lot of modern art lovers staring at for like a whole hour, just being like, "This is incredible."
Yes,
and you'll be like, "What?"
Is everything.
What is the line from Hitchhiker? It counterpoints the surrealism of the underlying metaphor. Wow, that's good. So I don't know if you can if you need the link, guys, let me know. But it's Compliance Comics by Nina Paley.
Game hurts Ukraine.
It hurts Ukraine and trans kids. Oh my God. Not the trans kids. Here is back it if you like. Back it if you like. There you go. It's in.
I think I might get one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna back it too, because that is proper sarcasm right there. That is just beautiful.
Oh, hey, you can make your own comics.
Yeah. That's right.
I think it would have been because I like the committed to the joke, but it kind of would be funny. Like one of the panels just has a chair. like that's the only object in the whole thing, or something.
You can draw one yourself.
That chair was made from wood that was taken from a country that was colonized.
And you can be like, no, hologram chair. Don't worry about it. And like the electricity used to make that hologram. Like, no. It comes from space or something.
There has been a big new round. This is purely my speculation and opinion. There's been a big new round of BlackRock-ish, ESG-ish funding infused into these giant corporations, and all of a sudden, magically, all of their guidelines changed right around the same time, within a couple of months of each other, and got more hardcore. But I'm sure all of these competing companies that are not supposed to collude because it's against the law, I'm sure it's a pure coincidence. It's a pure coincidence. There's nothing to see here.
Just
Nothing
like
to say.
when what was it called? When Parler got taken down by all the companies, all the other social media companies at
Amazon.
the same time. Amazon were hosting them.
They
Yeah,
were hosting them and took them down.
Didn't like Facebook get in on it? Twitter got
Parler
in on
was
it.
destroying Twitter. It was like getting actual engagement. People were flying over there. Man, they squashed that quick. And there's another thing called Project Veritas. That was a nonprofit, but it had board. You have to have a nonprofit with board. And they did a thing on a certain drug company, and then the guy in charge got outed just like within 30 days.
Within 30 days. That is
Coincidence.
100%. 100%. I mean, because look, dude, if you put out a video about a major pharmaceutical firm, and that video just bombs, nobody watched it, nobody pays attention. You could, oh, wait. Didn't it have like 50 million
views?
Oh, that was like their best video by.
I might be going out on a limb. There's a little bit of skullduggery going on. A little bit of tomfoolery.
You've just released the bestest, most viewed video we've ever had. You're out of here.
Susan stepped down.
Yes.
That's another CEO stepped down.
Probably bad news.
Netflix CEO stepped down. I believe.
Yes.
Not
the
the
WF
CEO.
the WF are moving their pieces around the board now.
One of the big higher ups at Spotify stepped down. Not sure if it was the CEO. It was a woman. And again, Spotify going full video March 8th.
I just signed up to Spotify the other day.
Yep, you got to do it through Anchor.
Because of that.
Yeah, they called me. I don't know why, but I talked to them, and they're like, hey, you're one of the creators, that does pretty well. I'm like, do I? I have no idea. I don't know what my analytics are on Spotify. I don't have a clue, but apparently they're pretty good.
We say that like Spotify becoming a video
streaming
platform.
Streaming. They're not going to host short form videos. They did try live, and it's getting sunsetted, but it still exists on another platform. But yes, if you do a video, it can be short. They can be short form too. You can do a 10-minute video, or you do or a big long podcast. Yes, everything that Joe Rogan has, we will get. That was a test, so that's coming. That's coming.
By the way, I don't know why I wouldn't notice, but why is there an orb behind you? What's the orb?
What orb?
From my angle, it's near your elbow.
This elbow or this?
On the right side?
That's
there's a light.
That's a light.
Oh, I thought it was like some kind of sci-fi related thing.
There's a UFO in there.
No, at the home. Do you have the Home Depot?
We don't have the Home Depot.
You don't have the Home Depot?
We've got B&Q.
Yeah.
Fucking B&Q.
We have Home Base.
B&Q and Home Base.
Home Base. Okay, Home Base is like Home Depot. So it's you get all your gardening supplies and tools and stuff. They also have like lights, and there's like a little LED ball light that turns different bisexual colors.
I can't stop looking at it now.
Yeah, you should say it's like a Palantir or something.
It's a Palantir? Yeah, that's it. That's totally it.
Why did you have anything? Why did you freeze on that one?
What do you mean?
I'm grabbing it right now.
Oh my god, he's grabbing it by the balls.
Wow.
Got it.
Looks pretty good.
Got it. They're surrounding the entire room. I've got one behind Sauron. Yeah. It's my bisexual lighting that you can't see because my lights are like the sun in here, but we're fixing that.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. How am I supposed to say this? Once I learn how to read, I know how to say
the white guy did Wakanda forever, and they were just like,
people.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I think you just did a racism.
I think you did. I think you did a racism.
I think you just did a racism.
Aren't we not supposed to put the in front of things now? You just did the racism,
Yeah.
like the French.
The French.
The Beast.
Wakandans. What do you mean the Wakandans?
What do you mean the Wakandans? One of James O'Keefe's offenses.
Those people. What do you mean those people?
One of James O'Keefe's offenses that were listed out by the company was he rented too many black cars. Why it's gotta be black?
Why it gotta be black?
What?
That's what it says.
What do they got against black
It's
cars?
such cope. It's such cope. It's like, yeah, a celebrity rented a bunch of cars where he was going places, you know, like a well-known name that like people would like to, I don't know, do horrible things to. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. But why's it got to be black cars?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Thank you for gifting 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Thank you. Bradley Burdett has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for $50. Oh. Premature applause there. Sorry, I was having applause performance issues. My apologies. It's kind of like Marvel.
It's never happened to me before.
This has never happened.
First time.
Oh my.
I don't know what happened. Been under a lot of stress recently.
1 second of thinking about Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day and it's killed everything.
It's just killed it all.
Marksman of 117B for $19.99. Thank you, my friend MauLer. Found his one true love with Fridge Chan. He will not leave any machine unsolved. I know there's enough long man to go around, but never forget Fridge Chan. What the fuck is Fridge Chan? Is your one true love also you never betray the crazy ones? No,
I guess it's worth mentioning there's a sex craved fridge that tries to have its way with you in Atomic Heart.
Is that worse than the guy
what
anally penetrating the bull in Hogwarts Legacy in the painting?
I wouldn't know about that because I don't play bigoted games. I play the war ones.
Well, you're just not a bigot like me.
So is the fridge a boy or a girl?
A girl.
Oh.
Well, that's okay then.
And it
according
says,
to society.
You put yourself in the fridge.
Fine.
It makes reference several times how it wants you inside it, and it's aggressive. It's
That's
very
like
aggressive.
fridging yourself. Gail Simone would have a problem with that.
Well,
In fact,
you should fit in a fridge.
X-Ray
No
Girl,
way.
I happen to know
her fridge would be empty. So.
Mark has been playing with this fridge, so I'm just saying, better keep an eye.
Wait,
So-
Mark?
Yeah, he's been playing with this fridge. Just saying.
Oh, you don't know what your husband's
my
been doing
God.
to the fridge? Uh-oh.
Wow.
He's been putting his leg in the
Somebody's
fridge. How
in
dare
trouble.
he? That's my leg.
Wow.
He's been having some private streams.
What are you doing with that leg?
You went from 0 to 60 there. You know what I'm saying?
Can you make the leg part of your only feet? It could be only leg.
Fridge
Of course,
legs.
of course. I'm
thinking
open up
about your additional income. That's all.
I'm gonna have an OnlyFans of Mark's foot. Only.
Well,
Anyway,
Okay, cool.
Shake from Hunger Team. What's up? Shake has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships, $25. Thank you, Shake. You wonderful person. I know I'm going to see you in Vegas again. Bashy Washy has gifted 50 Nerdrotic memberships for $250. Legend. Absolute legend. Thank you. Jerk Off Juggernaut has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships. That's 38 seconds for 5 people. X-Ray Girl can do the math because she's Asian. An artist, what? Artist one official. Did you leave out words?
No, I copied
letters?
and pasted it.
You are okay.
So it's not my fault entirely, but I think he meant to say He artist one.
No, it's the TARDIS one official YouTube channel. The TARDIS for 2 British pounds. Why do you have a pride flag stormtrooper? Well, it's because he's gay.
Because I'm an ally. Somebody sent it to me. Because I was mucking around on the stream. Well, I said mucking around. I'm just dossing around with my chat on the stream once, and I was laughing about the diversity of the First Order, which is essentially Nazis in space. And then somebody sent me the just the epitome of corporatism, which is a literal embodiment of a Nazi stormtrooper covered in a current day pride flag. So I thought there's nothing. I think that is the greatest Funko Pop ever
somebody
made.
needs to make like a 3D printed like Nazi stormtrooper, an actual one, and then paint it a rainbow flag. Then we've officially entered clown world. It might exist somewhere. It might seem controversial to some people. I would find it fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Hang on.
They're being held in check though by 2 Gina Carano's.
There's a gossip category on my team Discord, X-Ray Girl. It's my wife and X-Ray Girl's fault.
Did she post something new?
Yes,
she did.
Lady Greymaster did. Okay, because it's freaking.
Oh, I just saw it.
It's Nerdrotic now. Okay, I wanted to find this article.
I need to reply.
Well, you do that.
Nerdrotic, the BBC.
The BBC, the real BBC. Oh, we got an article from, remember Kotaku? That really the pinnacle of journalism in the world.
Kotaku, by the way, as much as I rip them, because they are shyster. Many years ago, I released a World of Warcraft video, and Kotaku embedded it and did an article on it, believe it or not.
Wow.
And that video is not necessarily, that video is my only video to do over 1 million views.
Wow.
I've seen that. I was curious. I watched it.
I've never known, obviously I'm not a gamer, but I've always known Kotaku to just be activist. What the fuck?
Get rid of the Oh, okay.
Okay, get it down. I got to get the right voice.
Hit the button. Hit the ad block button. When you go on these shitty sites.
15 hours with Hogwarts Legacy Magical Surface Rotten Core. The discourse around the Harry Potter game has encompassed J.K. Rowling's rancid political and the role of criticism itself.
No, it has not. Only in the media.
Criticism.
Only in the media. Only shysters like you. That's it. There's a rotten core for sure, but it ain't the game.
It's you.
It's you. You're the baddie.
Maybe the rotten core was the friends we made along the way.
Oh. I've seen. Sorry, Gary, but I have prided the streams that I've done, Hogwarts Legacy streams, and I've been watching X-Ray Girl. I've been watching Nina Infinity. I've been watching QBG. I've been watching Melanie Mack. I've been watching people play this game as well as play it myself. And one thing that this game has done, it has just been such a positive and upbeat and fun experience. Not just the game, but the chat and everyone who's been interacting. And I think it's amazing and fantastic that something so uniting can come from such disgusting, vile, degrading mainstream media articles where they were so desperate to push their own agenda. When J.K. Rowling said, and she's the biggest of fucking lefties, is that she believes that women should have their spaces and women are women, which I wholeheartedly agree with.
Yep.
So yeah, it's only the mainstream media that's been saying these things. If you go to streams, the only negativity that I've seen in streams or seen by proxy are the people who come in trying to derail the stream, calling the streamers transphobic, essentially attacking small streamers who are more vulnerable, small streamers who don't have a following, because they know if they try to attack the bigger streamers, let's say, I mean, I know that Asmongold's done it. Let's just say they went in there and tried to have a go at Asmongold. They'd get fucking nowhere. They get nowhere. If they come into my stream, they get nowhere. You know, they get absolutely nowhere with any sort of streamer that's got a bit about them. So yeah, Kotaku have admitted to it. I think it's Polygon who have admitted to it, but it's all part of the same breed. They have admitted that they create this sort of rhetoric, this sort of narrative, purely for hate bait, because that is the only way that they can get viewers, and they have admitted to that. So these articles are designed to get you angry. They're designed to make you click onto them through hatred and say your piece. That's what they're designed to do. Fuck Kotaku, you're going out of business. Fuck Polygon, you're going out of business. All of you, your time is so fucking limited now. And instead of doing something positive, all you're doing is making sure that your curricula vitae is going to be updated to be unemployable.
Yep.
In the future. Good day, sir. Good
day, sir. The former owner of CBR, who sold it 6 years ago, Eric July, did a great video on this, covering his Twitter thread where he essentially said that. That's what he said. Listicles and stuff like that. So if this hasn't been demonetized so far, let's just get it demonetized now. I know jack squat about Scottish politics. This is our good friend Count Dankula, the good Justice Count Dankula. Giant penis Count Dankula. I guess this is some potential politician, but I like what she had to say.
Do you believe?
Remember, hold on 2 seconds. Sorry, Gary. Remember when we found out how low the ratings were at G4?
Yes.
They're higher than Kotaku gets.
Yeah. Yeah. This is all off of investor money that's now dried up. These companies are getting bought up. They're all going to get fired. And if they do continue, it will be AI. It will be AI, which is what it's felt like for the last 4 years. I started my channel basically covering the access media. And the reason we're here is, as Robert Meyer Burnett says, authenticity is the currency of the future. It's been our currency since day one. And all the other channels in this sphere, we all have different takes on this. And this is just proof that the Harry Potter fan base, which is a giant fan base, most of them don't give a fuck. Most of them are got their Hogwarts legacy. They're buying multiple copies of JK's books. They grew up with this. It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars to them. So it's not affecting anything. As said, it's a tiny number of people who the entire world is bending the knee to authoritarianism. And that's why it's good. I saw Jeffree Star calling this stuff out. And like that I've always said, that's what needs to happen. Like even with the grooming stuff, we need the LGBTQ plus people calling that shit out. And I equated it to prison because everything was
really cool drag queen as well who's been calling out drag with kids.
I saw that with the blonde hair.
Yeah, and
the tattoos.
They're really they very articulate.
The gay Republican has been calling it out. Yeah, it's so in prison everybody's segregated by race, or they used to be. So if some little white kid is causing all kinds of trouble, the leader of it used to, well, in jails it's called tank captain, but the head will come to the head. Black people will talk to the head of the white people and go, take care of your dude, or we will.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we need to do right now, since everything is broken into tribes. I don't see the world like that, but that's what part of the whole Marxist belief is to get us all separated so they can all divide us and control us much, much easier. Put us in voting blocks, groups, segregation. That's what it is. So this is what she had to say. This is considered very controversial, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare yourself. If you might want to leave the room if you're sensitive.
Do you believe a trans woman is a woman?
I believe that a trans woman is a biological male who identifies as a woman.
Most of your colleagues do not take that view, and many of your colleagues would see that as deeply illiberal.
Well, in a liberal society, you can coexist and have these debates and discussions.
Do you believe a trans woman?
End of story. So controversial.
So just stated biological fact.
Yep.
Biological fact. It's, you can identify as what you want. That's your prerogative to do so. But you will not biologically be the sex that you were not born. It's not controversial.
It doesn't mean you don't exist as a human being and you don't deserve rights. Not
at all.
Yeah, but that's what they're trying to push. But it's just not true. It's just not true, and that's what JK has been saying all along. Hogwarts Legacy is here. It's a rival surrounded by more brutal blasts of discourse than there are bursts of bat bogey hexes flying. I totally disagree. I think the massive popularity of this game, it being one of the best-selling games this year by far, in the UK, how much was it outselling Elden Ring? 80%? 80%. And it shouldn't surprise anyone. This is a pretty popular brand.
Physical sales.
Very, very popular brand. And Elden Ring was available on five console
formats,
or things, formats.
Platforms.
Yeah. But Hogwarts Legacy is only available on 3 right now as it stands.
2 console, PC.
And the Slytherin Common Room, the conversation around the open world action adventure, which seeks to provide players with the immersed fantasy of actually attending the storied school of magic from the Harry Potter universe, largely stems from the fact that the universe creator J.K. Rowling is virulent. Okay, this isn't. So this is put as commentary. Okay, this is put as commentary. Still, it's really tough to go out there and go, someone is a virulent transphobe.
Wrong. No. Do you know what the biggest discussion point I've seen with this game? Do we pick up the unforgivable curses or not?
I've seen videos where they cast it on the students in front of teachers, and the teachers are like, "Well done." For some reason, it's funny.
That's the biggest topic of conversation I've seen from people related to this game.
Okay, so I want to read that sentence again. Attending the storied school of magic from Harry Potter's universe largely stems from the fact that the universe's creator, J.K. Rowling, is the fact. So there's the word fact, is a virulent transphobe.
Vile. Kotaku, vile.
Vile. And it sounds very, that sounds like you are stating facts and not opinion. Interesting. Using the platform afforded her by her fame and wealth, or maybe she earned, I don't know, fame and wealth to normalize the othering of trans people. I don't recall seeing that in Hogwarts Legacy. Did you?
No.
I mean, I haven't gotten that far in the game, but saw some other stuff. Wow. I've seen shit, man.
You have not seen what I have seen.
You have not seen what I have seen. Hey, there's a point where I could have totally taken a bridge, but I'm like, you know what? I want to walk through the river because I didn't know where I was going.
taking the adventurous part of life.
Yep. I was
You're
just
exploring.
looking
You're
I was looking at the
exploring.
map, and then I'm like in the middle of a river. I'm like, how did I get there?
Where we're going, we won't need bridges.
And contributing prominently to a culture with anti-trans sentiment, legislation, and violence.
What violence?
Are on the rise. Okay, like I keep hearing that.
Citation, please. Example, please. Provide.
Yeah.
Evidence, please provide. Can you show me any evidence whatsoever that the Hogwarts legacy has led to violence towards trans people? I'll answer that question for you. It hasn't. You are a liar. You are an absolute disgusting piece of filth. You shouldn't even be allowed to fucking publish shit on the internet. You disgusting piece of shit. This is you think these people, yeah, fucking said these people, think the only way that they can get what they want is through demand. I did a tweet on this a few days ago. All I fucking hear from fucking twat waffles like this is, treat us, we demand respect. Call us this. Blah, da, da. Demand. You have no right to demand jack shit from anyone. And if you want respect, you have to fucking earn it. Respect is not given. There is no baseline respect. There is no fucking expectation of respect. There is civility, something that they do not show and they do fucking lack in huge quantities. But there is no fucking guaranteed respect. You earn respect through hard work. You earn respect through diligence. You earn respect by actually interacting and providing and doing something. But they don't. This person, when they are eventually laid off, which will be very soon indeed, they will not be able to move into employment because you are fucking unemployable. Because you are so into yourself, you are so narcissistical, and you are so fucking twisted. Anyone with a fucking brain cell will see exactly who you are, and what you stand for, and will realize that if you are taken into their company, you are poison. Poison. The only place you will ever move is into a blogging sphere or another fucking publication like this, which has been funded by another bunch of fucking morons, so you can continue to espouse your bigotry, your hatred, your misogyny, your misandry, which is prevalent to see by everybody. And you dare have the audacity to fucking publish this sort of shit. You are the vile, you are the toxicity, you are the poison.
Yep. Let's hear some more poison. However, the conversation doesn't start and end there. A game's sites and critics are struggling to navigate how to cover the game. If you're a critic,
it's not hard,
and you're struggling.
You review the game. That's how you do it.
Yeah, like you're a critic. This is pixels. You know why it's become a struggle? Do you want to know why it's become a struggle? Because sites like this gave power to a lot of people who don't, a lot of activists who don't give a shit about these games, who don't give a shit about having fun, have constantly wanted to write about politics. Either that's what they wanted to write about in the first place, or they just became obsessed with it and they got over the games that they never really liked that much in the first place, which I suspect is a little bit of both. But either way, you're the one who let the wolf in the door. And now it's getting hard to do your job because the activists always turn on each other, because you're never pure enough. Because one person disagreed with you on one single opinion.
Remember Don Lemon? He's had to undergo Gina Carano levels of retraining for him to return back to work.
Yep. You did it to yourselves. You did it to yourselves. And, you know, this is like the Joker of video games. You have made JK so much more money. Mountains of money from people who never would have given a shit about this game. You helped. So good on you. Good on you.
Where are they when it comes to things, for example, like Lego, that has the Harry Potter franchise and sells Harry Potter Lego, which is still producing brand new sets, and brand new sets are dropping all the time because they know that if they go after Lego has such a massive following that
you
people
watch
just
Last
go,
of Us?
Fuck off.
You watch Last of Us on HBO? Guess what else is on HBO Max? Harry Potter.
Lego?
Harry Potter.
Yeah. You watch anything on Peacock? Guess what else is on Peacock? Harry Potter. It's on the streaming service. You walk into
Amazon.
bookstores, guess what they sell? Harry Potter books.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Amazon, guess what they sell? Harry Potter books, Legos.
The movies.
They sell it all. So as game sites and critics have struggled to navigate how to cover the game, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read this whole thing because it'll just drive me crazy. Especially when it gets to Harry Potter and me.
Don't care.
Some have argued that the right way to cover Harry Potter is to not cover it all. I respect the viewpoint, but I don't share it. I think that with cultural impact of a game is so fast and the issues swirling around it is important. It demands thoughtful, critical engagement, and that requires playing the game. So I prepared to take the unusual step of enrolling. So they played the game, and this was their summation.
They certainly didn't go in looking to hate it.
No
bias whatsoever.
But they said Magical Surface. They played the game and they fucking loved it.
Yep.
but their politics demanded that they weren't allowed to.
Do you know what we've never said about fucking Phase 4? Magical Surface Rotten Core.
I know. Oh,
Smeggy Surface Rotten Core.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I just hope they die. But they're the reason we're here, you know. Instead of just like Jake, I can't stand her views on a bunch of stuff, on a ton of stuff. I still like her books. You know, especially when she was whinging about immigration in her 18-bedroom mansion with just her and her daughter and I think her boyfriend, her husband, Baron von Munchen.
I'll be your boyfriend, JK.
I have.
I need the room to put my toys.
I don't know how much. I know.
I'll take a couple of those bedrooms.
It's so sad when I'm like, I want to read Annihilation. Oh, it's in my storage. How do I have a storage?
Dude, you're preaching to one who's got a storage. I just have to pay my storage bill today.
Storage. So that door is an attic, and there's another one right across it. So I have double attic because it's kind of shaped like a barn in here. So there's and those are filled with freaking boxes. I got too much shit. I need to sell it. I'm gonna sell it.
You must consult the orb for.
And I just got an email yesterday saying, "Hey, your 1 in 6 DeLorean is shipping soon."
Yeah, no more. No mas.
No more.
No mas. Man, I was gonna bag and board my Star Trek Gold Keys today.
Ooh,
we'll do that in a couple weeks. Hey, who do we have coming on Real BBC next week? As
Chuck Dixon next week.
Legend. And we're gonna have Graham. No, who's on Friday Night Tights this week?
Graham
Nolan.
Graham Norton.
Graham what?
Graham Norton.
Graham Norton. I said Graham Norton.
He's it's
a British thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that the Graham Norton show? Yeah.
Yes.
He's managed to get away with not having controversies for a bazillion years, right?
He's gay, right? So he can't get touched.
No, Graham Norton.
Ellen DeGeneres was gay.
Yeah, Graham Norton he's a good man.
Did Graham Norton go, I am in my prison when everybody was locked down for COVID? in their $6 million prison.
And Juanita's making my dinner for me.
Does Graham Nolan like abuse his employees regularly to where there's a thread on Twitter for days, months?
Did you see his tweet the other day, like yesterday or the day before? It was just like 10 years ago, I did this spoof of what the Fantastic Four will be when they're redone.
Oh no, yeah.
And it's just, and now it's just like,
let's find that. Let's find that. It was prophetic. It's like, dude, stop giving him ideas.
Yeah, you've just predicted the future, man.
You know what? He puts up that tweet. All of a sudden, the casting starts. Coincidence? I don't think so. I'll read it to you. Hang on. Let's go find Graham the Man there. Oh, Twitter can get around my god awful typing and spelling. Here it is. I'll get there eventually. Silence.
In the library.
Yeah,
that's such a good episode. So here is Graham Nolan from 8 years ago. Since there's going to be a complete, they're going to completely change the Fantastic Four. Why not go all the way? Here's my version to completely alienate the comics community. This is from 8 years ago, by the way. This is 2014, February 20th, 2014. Reed Richards, a 12-year-old idiot savant with Asperger's. He's in love with Sue Storm, a drug addict, 10 years Reed senior. She desperately needs the cohesiveness of the team to keep her out of the methadone clinic. Johnny Storm, Sue's brother and a perennial reality TV star, an intellectual idiot. He's slated for the Celebrity Survivor show when he gets the call to go to the stars, but he thinks it's Hollywood. Ben Grimm, angry gay football star who masks his insecurities behind his gruff personality. He's dying to come out and is constantly dropping double entendres, tough guy lines from movies. Reed's the only one who sees through the facade, but he doesn't get all the references because some of them are rated R movies.
Oh, and he's only 12.
And a savant.
Idiot savant.
Ike Ellis for $25 on the Streamlabs side. Says, hail the real BBC. Wanted to shout out the campaign Achromatic Chronicles Blue on Indiegogo. It's by this guy named Drunk 3PO. Maybe you've heard of him. Oh, I guess we should share that. I guess we should. Could you find that, X-Ray Girl, please?
Yeah.
We need to share that. I should have shared it earlier, but we'll share it some more. Our buddy Jay doesn't get enough attention online, to be honest with you. Duck lips his way through half his photos and his.
You gotta shout out for fucking Gina Carano for his book.
He did. But we're gonna shout him out too because he's got a book out. So if you want to support Drunk 3PO, has got a book. Jay, our boy Jay. Pretty boy Jay. Pretty mouth boy Jay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. $35,000 it's up to. That's awesome. Let's scroll down.
Yeah, it's Canadian though, dude. It's Canadian.
Oh, fuck. With your Canadian
He's got about £2.50.
That's like board game money, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I change this again? Oh, wait. No. I don't know how to change
Go to the Canadian. Yeah, edit. Yeah. Japanese yen's good.
Dude,
wow.
British pounds. Yeah, that won't.
There we go.
26,000. God, your money's worth nothing, and our money's worth nothing. Thank God for the Brits. $26,000, 570. So we have
pull it on the collar like.
Estimated shipping is July 2023. We've got level 1 at $35. Scroll down. What do we got? Chronicles
level
Blue. Is there a trailer? Go up. Is there a trailer?
I didn't share my audio. 1 second.
Thanks, Putin. I know.
Achromatic Chronicles Blue is a graphic novel with over 200 pages that is suitable for all ages. Discover how John develops a unique friendship that is wrapped in mystery And in this friendship takes him on an adventure where he discovers purpose and value in his world.
Orb.
So much for checking out this campaign, but get it quick because we're only selling this for a limited time.
Jay has already committed to doing a 24-hour stream if it gets to 100,000.
Oh.
So that's why you have that in the background. It's to help promote the graphic novel.
Yeah.
It's blue right now,
This is
too.
blue ball.
That's my blue ball.
It's pretty cool, man. Is that the original from the original?
I've had blue
production?
balls a few times in my life. Jeez.
Yeah.
In a world.
In a world.
It
of
hurts.
Blue balls.
Duh.
Come on, man.
Please support our friend Drunk 3PO, who will probably be on Tuesday night's main event tonight. Sitting back and not knowing when to talk during a live stream because he hasn't learned yet how to just talk over people.
Yeah.
Az can do a quick school for you on that one. 20 minutes with Az, and you'll know.
Sorry, just waiting for you to finish.
Shut up. No, we love Jay. And please support his book if you can. He does a lot of good work.
10 people on Friday Night Tights, Gary.
What? There's
10 people on Friday Night Tights.
There's 10?
10, yeah.
Well, that's gonna be a
guest
problem.
and not yeah, exactly. You know, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So you got to fight.
No,
You got to
yeah,
fight.
no, dude. I absolutely like. I think we're as good as we can be at that. We just yell over each other, and some of us stop. We just know when to stop.
Yeah,
that's all. It's like I'll save my point for later. Cool.
I interrupted Jeremy, so I'm going to stop for Ryan.
I love when Ryan gets all fired up. His hair like falls down, and you see him sit back in his chair, and you're like,
And he gets so red too.
It's so funny. And I love it when you keep talking to make him wait longer. That's my favorite
Torch.
Baby boy. No, Zaku boy. On the Streamlab side, circumventing. Well, who now?
Papa Susan.
Papa Susan.
Papa Susan, yeah.
Is she gone yet?
Nah, she's a couple months.
Oh,
She's gonna stay for the transition.
Did you notice? Transition.
Everything's transitioning.
Did you notice that the guy replacing her is not a CEO of YouTube? It's like a president head, but he's not labeled. He doesn't have the designation of CEO. It's almost like the CEO of YouTube was a puppet. That's my alarm. Nozaku boy for $50. Oh, who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? Peeping Tom, living in sci-fi times, crispy critters, commie terrorists, and threatening the city with a device powered by pure cringe. Can Tom plug the Soviet super weapon atomic fart?
Oh my god.
The
The Soviet. That is great. Nozaku boy, please keep those notes for us, please. Speedy the Unsilent on the Streamlab side for $20. Captain Marvel is just some bitch that not even Az would screw. That's all. What did Gundam did a great video. We had great videos today. We had Az made one. MauLer did not make one, but he streamed. And we had Gundam make one. What did he call her? Something mid. What is the term he has for mids? Help me, chat. It's pretty funny, and I can't remember it right now. But his term for Brie Larson was chef's kiss. It was perfect. Because she is a mid. She is so miscast. They could have solved so many problems with Captain Marvel by just casting the right woman for the job. At least Gentora, who couldn't act.
Gassed up mid.
Thank you. That is it. Gassed up mid. Hail Gundam, by the way. But at least Gentora, she's a black belt in real life. It's a woman who works out and looks like she can hold her own in a fight. I mean, I'll give them that. I don't think they CG'd her muscles. Well, maybe, who knows, but she also looks pretty dudeish, but still. Marvel Mind Trick for $19.99. Hi guys, I haven't worked out how to send more than a $2 super chat. Oh, I have.
Well, all right.
Hey, I'm glad thank you for working that out. I don't know what happened. Morgan for $50 says there us now a genre in Amazon for new adult books. There is now a genre in Amazon for new books for few adults who want trigger warnings, want obvious villains and villains of the approved race and gender, and have to be spoon-fed plots. This explains a lot of modern media. Well, yeah, who was talking about it? Like because the Ronald Dahl stuff. You know what they're doing with Ronald Dahl's books.
Do you mean Roald Dahl?
Roald Dahl.
Ronald Dahl. Sorry.
Roald
Dahl.
Roald Dahl. I don't know his name, but I know his last name, Dahl. The guy who did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. They're redoing his books.
Yes.
Right. So it was Robert talking about it last night. And
disgrace.
Fucking Ronald. I don't know. Ronald McDonald. It was Ronald McDonald who wrote the books, dude. I didn't care who wrote them.
Ronald Dahl. It's such a fucking American thing to say.
Yes. I'm an American motherfucker. Through and through.
You know your guy over there, Ronald?
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
Is next to the Van Gogh.
No, but for one, like, there was children's books, but they were written way more with sophistication. Not everyone, but with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, adults could read it, right? Same with Harry Potter, technically a children's book. Same with watching Star Wars, technically a movie made for kids, but it was clearly something that appealed to many others. That's why it made billions of dollars for the franchise. But they were doing that with comic books. They were writing, like, they would get I know Mark Brooks started there doing like kid specific Spider-Man books, and they're written for retards. Like, I hated these books. So my kids section in the comic book store was just Bronze Age. I bought a bunch of Bronze Age reprints and put them up there for the kids to read. And I stopped buying all the publishers' fucking kid specific books because they were getting weird even back then. They were getting weird and they were fucking terrible. So I'm like, why don't I just show the kids the stuff I read? And it worked. So once I did that kid section and I removed all the approved, publishers' kids books, aside from a precious few, all of a sudden I had a bunch of kids coming in the store and buying comic books with their moms, and we did birthday parties and stuff. It was pretty cool. But, now we're censoring that. And, where do we stop, guys? Like, where does it end? If they're getting Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and they also got Dr. Seuss.
Oh, yeah.
It's criminal. It's actually criminal. Sensitivity reading. Right. As was it? One of the words they removed was fat. Because it could offend. I'm a fatso. It's my fucking fault that I am. It's no one else's fault that I am. If a book points it out, you're fat. You are fat. Doesn't matter if you fucking want to say, well, you are of a larger stature than others. It doesn't matter how fucking softly you do it, softly you put it. You're still fat. There's nothing wrong with the word. There's nothing wrong with the word. If you've got a problem with the word, you could look in the mirror. That's the problem.
So they got a problem with this, but they don't have a problem with, let's say, other books that are going into schools right now.
Oh, not what? The ones where they're showing dudes fucking sucking each other off and shit like that. Yeah, no,
so
they
there's
ain't
a
got
little
a
bit
problem
of
with that.
Disgusting.
Inconsistency. Right. But they don't. Where does it end? It doesn't end. That's the answer to the question. They'll come after Tolkien someday. Think of all of your classic books. They've already completely canceled. Why am I blanking on his name now?
It starts with adjusting the book.
Well,
then it goes to banning the book. Then it goes to burning the fucking book.
Lovecraft. It starts with Lovecraft, just like the censorship here on YouTube started with not equating the two, but like we'll say more extreme examples. I would just say, having read it now, it's just man of his time. And it goes to, getting rid of Alex Jones, who can have some, extreme points of view, but we're supposed to have these conversations. What that lady was talking about earlier, in a true quote unquote liberal society, we are able to sit around and have these uncomfortable conversations. But once you start silencing everybody, you're just authoritative. That's it. That's all you are. And that's all you're for. And that's what you will create. It doesn't. It's not going to end with music. It's not going to end with physical media. They're going to start Always Sunny Philadelphia. They're disappearing shows. That's why I bought the whole damn thing on DVD. So it's already started. And what they do is just nip at the edges until and people don't say enough. At least like even Seth MacFarlane is like, I'm making a Family Guy episode on this. Like, I'm going after this. So, and hopefully like South Park will too.
Buy physical media, people.
Yes.
Buy your physical
definitely.
media.
I don't know if you guys saw it. I just got the notifications like Critical Drinker's newest video. Ant-Man 3 will make you hate movies.
Will make you hate movies. Yes. Great title.
Dude, when he came out of the theater, he texted me being like, that was fucking dreadful, and you couldn't have, like, I told him that. He was like, you didn't warn me enough. I was like, yeah, it's really fucking bad.
Yeah, I texted him on Sunday, I think, or something, about Ant-Man, and he said, oh, I'm off to see it on Monday or something. And I think I just text back, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. I think that's what I would text him back.
Yep. I'm really
and
sorry.
He did.
I was on Open Bar talking about Star Trek, having a good time. And then I completely fucking ruined it by going to see that fucking movie where my wife was pissed and then fell asleep for 3/4 of it. And my kid kept on turning around and going, why doesn't she tell them about Kang?
I know.
It's starting to piss me off.
No, because when they filmed it, they probably didn't even fucking know. That's
no. As MauLer pointed out, there are lines that don't connect or are contradictory. I mean, I couldn't even scratch the surface on what's wrong with this film. Like, just purely from a filmmaking standpoint, it's 3 different movies in one. MauLer, you sweet summer child. I don't know about that. In a communist country, you only own stuff temporarily until the state decides to disown them from you. I sold my apartment unit in China so I can finance my adventure down under. The apartment ownership was 70 years. Also, for Super Chat. Oh, welcome.
Wow.
Thank you for that.
Gal Iku, my sweet summer child. This isn't China. This is a serious. Most of these people are fucking Texans. They have their own guns. You ain't going to be able to do that to them in this post-apocalypse. They're sharing water. They're sharing food supplies because they're trying to raise the collective children. They're trying to keep their society functioning. No way you can walk into someone's house and just steal their guns or their private property in that environment. It's not happening. Just like Joel gets all of his stuff stolen on the way in because they would have killed him if they weren't lucky enough. And he wants it back, but they instead, Tommy passes over his gun instead, which is his gun. What I'm trying to say is that the commie thing, you're not supposed to take it that seriously. I'm pretty sure Joel is doing it to mess with Tommy. It's pretty normal in post-apocalyptic-y type places where you all work together to keep your supplies up because you're in danger of it falling apart. Like electricity, like water, like food. But they still all own their own shit. And I mean, go ahead. You can try and take it from other people. It's not going to end well. I can't imagine you'd be able to steal from Tommy or Joel successfully in that environment.
Joel will be dead.
Joel will be dead soon. And they'll have their communist utopia. They'll form the Chaz in Seattle. I can't be fucking bothered with this show. It's just like, oh my God, post-apocalyptic people being bad. My little sis got suspended. Thank you for the super chat, though, and thank you for the first super chat. And get the fuck out of China. I'm glad you're out of there. A little sis got suspended for calling herself fat in school.
Calling herself fat
caused other people to get upset.
Wow.
So if you cannot take your kid out, if it's public school, get the fuck out. If you can't join the board, like get a bunch of people to take over the board, or not the board, but like, yeah, take over the board, take over the school board. That's what they're starting to do. There's a grassroots effort to bring sanity back to public schools. Not sure that's possible because they are fucking blatantly communist at this point for the most part, at least the ones in California. And I found that getting your kid into even a Christian school, yeah, you get some Bible stuff, but it's mostly just reading, writing, arithmetic. And I don't care about my kid learning about Bible stuff. He gets all kinds of stuff for me too. Like I break down, he and I like nerd out over Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson for hours too. So it's all good. It's all good.
Well, dude, this is what is being taught in colleges. If I can share this,
absolutely.
From Odin's Men, understanding resilient strategies amongst minor attracted individuals.
Oh, I remember this one. Yep.
Why? Oh my God.
Look at that. So proud, so stunning, so brave. So fucking should be fired.
Stay in your bubble.
And on a register.
Stay in your little teeny bubble. Don't get it. Don't let your kids near that person.
Go to trade school. Learn a trade.
We need more representation in deep sea oil drilling, underwater welding, sewage. No trans representation there. That needs to change. They all want to be middle management in Hollywood or big tech.
Did you see the video of the woman crying her eyes out because she'd just been fired from a $150,000 a year inclusion and diversity officer job?
$150K?
Where am I gonna get another job that pays $150,000?
That's a good question. I don't know where the fuck
Very
you'll
good
find it.
question.
Why were they
indeed.
even giving it to her in the first
is there
place?
video of that? Could you find it? I would love to see
think that I will try.
Okay, you could try it. Oh my God, perniciousness.
The perniciousness.
The perniciousness.
Yeah.
Hey, I did it. Of this cannot be understated. These people are fascist, and this is a lead up to the very thing Ray Bradbury was warning us about. Yep, and they're the ones calling. They're the ones projecting the book burning and stuff. It's like, oh, you're not burning the books, you're rewriting them,
which is way worse. 'Cause
way
at
worse.
least when you burn the book, that reduces their overall amounts, but we still can create more and we have more. But when you change them subtly and you don't tell anybody, then new people start checking them out and they're like, yep, this is the thing. And then you're like, wait a minute. I actually made this joke with Drinker on one of the catch-ups. I was like, I can picture myself being like an 80-year-old curmudgeonly guy in the corner of the room while my family put on like A New Hope, but it's like A New Hope sanitized. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, it's the Star Wars. You like this? And I'm like, no, you fucked it. It's all fucked. Where's all the it's like when the Obi-Wan chops off the arm, right? You can imagine it's like all cut out. This is like he hits him like it's a bat, and the guy's like, ouch.
Well, I mean, George Lucas did it to himself, but that's how it starts. Like it starts with self-editing, and now we're self-editing out of fear, and now we're just blatant. Then it went to self-editing out of fear. Now it's just fucking rewriting your shit, like it or not.
I mean, obviously, I'm insane anyway because they'll have remade the OT by then.
You got it, Az? He's scanning it first. Oridan, by the way, Odin's Men completely demonetized on YouTube. I can't say I'm surprised, but fuck that. He didn't give a shit. It's Russian bots amplifying white supremacy, killing bees in China that are suppressing profits for Disney. A truly global conspiracy. I totally agree. That's it. Climate change. white supremacist climate changers. Noob Gamer for $100. So sorry. You have to deal with Boomer Az. Oh, well. Here is something for Az to get some glasses. Heard they do wonders for your vision. They do. They do. There you go.
Wait, Az has glasses?
Yes, he does.
I have never seen them.
And he never will.
Just did.
He never puts them on. I
Just
never
did.
know. He never puts them on. I never take mine off.
The it's a fucking Karen ranting in an Odin's Men video.
Is it?
As a diversity and inclusion officer, dude's just like so hurt right now. I've just been laid off.
Is it a white guy?
No.
Okay. Just checking. The Grizzly has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for $50.
How many white males do you think are included
I brought in true
diversity
diversity by making Ryan Kinnell our diversity and inclusion officer for Friday Night Tights. Okay.
Check out I think it's one of the latest Odin's Men videos. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Show Odin's Men some love. He's been completely demonetized by YouTube across all his channels.
He's on the Rumble now.
Yeah.
He's on the Rumble. Friday Night Tights will return to Rumble. Oh, look at this. Watching from Brazil. Hey, if you see Dan Bass, tell him he's gay.
Tell him he's gay.
Leandro Rebelio, thank you for the 20 Brazilian pesos. What did he say last night in Cobra Cast? Oh, Jeremy was congratulating me on 700,000 subs, and I said, "Thank you, chat." And Jeremy, you're gay. And then I followed it up, but not as gay as Dan Vask. And Dan Vask retorts with, "Gary's Christmas was the first Christmas." I'm like, yeah, I was totally there. I followed a UFO to Jeebus.
First Christmas.
Yes.
Thirst Christmas.
Oh,
wow.
wow. UFO to Jesus. Is that how the wise men got there? They were dropped off.
But I
by
smoked all the
UFO.
frankincense, so it might not have been a UFO. I'm not sure. The Grizzly for $60. I'm pretty much done with these movies. Didn't go to the theaters at all last year. I don't know what would drag me into movies, and I know I'm not the only one growing tired of superhero movies coming out every 2 months. You're not. You're not.
You know,
I don't feel.
yeah.
No, you could feel like the disinterest just in Ant-Man period, but aside from just it being bad. We didn't know it was bad until it came out, and the trailers were fine. I mean, they weren't great, but they weren't like they just look like a bunch of volume shit. And I think most normies are like, I might take my kid Saturday during the day if he really wants to go. And most kids are like, Ant-Man, is it Spider-Man? No, fuck it.
The people who are like supposed to be excited for it, supposed to review it, supposed to hype it, even they are like, Shazam 2, that's not even going to lead to anything. And I don't even know who it's just like, damn, that's like a movie with millions of dollars packed into it, but no one cares.
No.
That's where
Well,
we're
and
at.
like I have to do homework before a movie to know what the movie's about. That's too much work.
Oh,
and we're still in the era that people are more excited for the after fucking credit scenes than they are the story itself.
I'll give you this. The fucking Ezra Miller shit show Flash trailer got more excitement in my theater than the entire fucking Ant-Man movie. A couple people, 2 of the 5 people clapped. 2 of the 5 people clapped when they saw Michael Keaton as Batman. And that was it for the entire fucking movie.
My theater, there was 3 movements or rumblings. One of them was like a partial laugh at the 7 holes thing. One of them, when MODOK first took his helmet off, the crowd was literally like, and then I think there was another joke with it, but like, oh god, it's that whole like, there's no pressure on the audience to experience anything in one way or the other. It's just sort of it's like fries and a burger at McDonald's or whatever. It's very, very straightforward. You'll be okay, and then you can leave until the next one's ready for you.
Hey, it's 3 hours, MauLer.
Well, I will likely head out, but
time flies.
It's been a fun one, folks, as it is very usually.
Yes.
All I was going to mention is that every time we try and cover a fucking Marvel movie on EFAP, it ends up going for the double episode because it takes so long. And so if you wanted to listen to an insanely long breakdown of Ant-Man, the new one, we've done the first half and we're doing the second half this Saturday. So join us if you want to. Other than that, keep an eye on all these folks' streams. We've got all different kinds of things coming up. As you finish the stupid wizard game yet?
Not yet.
You're gonna play the Atomic card after that?
I'm right.
It's a wild game.
Oh yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna record an hour of Atomic Heart every day, and I'm gonna upload it onto my new HVB gaming channel.
Ooh. Well, I will say the first hour will only give you about 10 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, it sounds like Star Ocean 6.
I legit was like staring at the timer like, when do I get to kill stuff?
I've been trying to do this playthrough of Star Ocean 6 for members. And I've done 18 parts. That's over 18 hours. And I probably played about 10 minutes. It's just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, and the story's not even fucking interesting.
That's you gotta have a fucking good story if you're gonna do that shit.
I know.
Yeah.
I
don't
honestly
mistake
think
me, by the way. I'm promising you nothing on Atomic Heart. I can't even say if it's good yet. I don't know. It's probably not. I'm not sure.
I'll only buy it on your recommendation.
No.
It doesn't matter. I'll give it a shot. I mean, I bought it purely because I got told not to buy it. So that's why I bought it.
I mean, I was just like playing some more Bioshock, man. I love me some Bioshock. I hated Infinite, and so it was like, this is like the next one almost. But
isn't Infinite really polarizing? Like, some people love Infinite.
They do, yeah. I hate it for very boring reasons. I hate all the mechanics. I hate.
Okay.
Well, it's not that boring to say I hate the fucking story. I guess that's maybe controversial. I don't know. Chat, how do you feel about Infinite? Give me yeses and nos. That's all I want to know before I jump out. But anyway, of course, thank you for having me, of course. I love you guys. And I'll see you
Thank you for the day.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye,
See you next Tuesday. I'll be traveling. But
wow, don't you call me that?
You call people
See
that.
you next Tuesday. That's what we should
I
say.
only call my friends that.
Yeah. I want to see Clarkson's farm, guys. We got to make this happen. But
I need to see the first. I didn't even see the first season.
No, that's what we're gonna start seeing.
Oh,
it
okay.
together.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. We're gonna watch it all together, right?
Those yeses and nos were kind of split. That's an interesting.
I
You
see
really were
no,
right
no.
about it being polarizing.
DC, it's whatever.
Yeah,
it's
like
okay.
half and
No.
half.
No. Trash. Mid, not bad. Couldn't. They both kind of bad. Good world design though.
Columbia was kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, I think Dishonored 2's fucking.
It looked like you said wank.
I did say wank.
What did
That's
that?
bad,
What's that
isn't it?
chat? What did the BBC just vomit up? Did they do something else?
Oh, okay, I'll jump out. Bye, guys.
Later. I know the BBC had to apologize for a conversation about J.K. Rowling they had on radio or TV or something. They're like, yeah, because again, somebody went and made definitive statements about her being a transphobe, and that can get you fucking sued. So,
some fucking person decided to fuck around,
and
some trans ally, and J.K. Rowling went, you better solicitor her up, mate. And then suddenly, within a day or so, profuse apology tweet from the person, deleting all the tweets saying I made accusations, unfounded accusations, all this kind of stuff. She went legal on him, and he just went, good girl. But she's got the money to do so,
Yeah, she can take on the BBC and beat them.
Oh, fuck the BBC, defund the BBC. I got another letter from the BBC yesterday going, in a brown envelope, Gary, a brown one. When you normally get brown envelopes, it's from the government saying, hey,
okay.
we're going to take money from you, okay? Like, so it comes in a brown envelope. Brown envelopes is synonymous with like late bills and all this kind of stuff in this country. So it comes in a brown envelope. We have now okayed a visit to your property because you have been without a license since September last year. I'm going to let them come. I'm going to let them knock on the door. I'm going to open the door. They're going to show TV licensing, and I'm going to go, I don't give you permission to be on my property. And they got to turn around and they got to fucking walk down the fucking
What a
pathway
waste.
and off the property.
And somebody gets paid for that, and all you have to do is tell them to piss off.
Well, I'm just going to go, get a I'm going to, I as well. I'm going to go, get a proper job.
Yeah.
The BBC, we put you on a list. I mean, I'm not watching, by the way, I'm not watching the BBC. I'm not watching terrestrial television. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing anything that is illegal. But we have a system in the UK where a television broadcaster think they have the right to fucking come down your pathway, give you the knock, and send you a silly letters in the post demanding money. And this year, I think this year, the Tory government are going to pass legislation to make it illegal for the BBC to take anyone to court.
It's going to be a
non-permanent
private
TV license.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to move it to a private company. Good luck with that. I would say if you can get through one country file without talking about climate change, I might consider it.
I remember when the country file just used to talk about country.
The country, I know.
Not some sort of Greta Thunberg wet dream.
Helen Hunt's forehead for 20 British pounds. Gary, watch Arcane. Girl bosses are both incompetent and evil. The main villain is basically a Marxist, and the core plot is complete subversion of the Mary Sue. Any who thinks Arcane is woke is too far in the other direction. There you go. I'll watch Arcane. I promised I would. I got to watch Arcane and RRR. Arcane and RRR.
Oh, I saw a new clip.
Can I do an RRR Arcane viewing?
J.R.R.R.R. Tolkien.
That'll take a whole day.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours long. But yeah,
What's
I saw
up?
this new clip. I saw this like musical piece from RRR. Fucking great. I loved it.
It's very manly.
This British, they're at this party, like there's like this British guy, and it's just like, and they're talking to him, and they're just like, do you know about so-and-so? He's like, what? And they're just like, do you know about so-and-so? And he's like, what? And then they just burst into song talking about whatever they were talking about. And then the British man comes up and is like, stop this nonsense and get out. And then all the women come and go, no. And then they start dancing with a dude. Fucking Brit. I was loving it. I was like, this is awesome. I can't wait to see this film.
What's up, X-Ray Girl?
Oh, just if you could finish the one that the Grizzly
I
posted.
will go up. Yes. Oh, I forgot. That's right. Sorry. This is part 2. I don't feel anything for sorry, Grizzly, for $20. I don't feel anything for DC and Marvel, and that's literally over half the film slate for 2023. I agree. I think there's only 4 films I even have an interest in. Fast and Furious 10. I mean, that's stupid and fun. Did you see? I saw the trailer where he pulls down the helicopters with the car, jumping them off the fucking bridge.
I saw that.
It's so extra.
I pride myself on never having watched a Fast and Furious movie.
I watched
R.I.P.
the first.
The
Mr.
first.
Paul Walker.
Oh, actually, you should watch the third. I think it's third Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo
you
Drift.
probably love that one.
Asian
a lot
women.
of Asian girls. I know.
Fast 10, Mission Impossible 65, which looks cool, and Dune. Yeah, 65 looks cool. It does. I'm gonna watch 65, and that comes out in like 3 weeks. The Grizzly for a third part. I forgot about Mario. That's
Mario.
Let's go. That's probably going to make somewhere around 1.5 billion, and Odin will be eating some pineapple pizza, and Jeremy will never shut up going, I was right. Mario is the most popular kids character. They are also nostalgia baiting the hell out of this movie with the new Mario Brothers Plumbers trailer. That was pretty good. That Plumbers commercial was great. I liked it. So thank you. Andy Radart for 50 British pounds. Hail. Hail, couple of thoughts. Not those kind of thoughts.
Oh.
It's the thoughts that our brains make. On Ant-Man, Quim to Mania. Given ants have a queen, are they socialist? Who was Michael Douglas playing? It wasn't Hank Pym. And my favorite bit, we tried everything to fix it, but nothing worked. Seconds later, we fixed it. Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, Hank Pym, who discovered the quantum realm.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
The 4-day weekend has come in.
Oh, there we go.
So the 140 million projected 4-day weekend. Actual number 120 million.
Oh,
it dropped from the Sunday to the Monday by 45% on President's Day yesterday.
Family Day in Canada?
Well, Family Day, Canada, America. Didn't you have something yesterday as well?
Yeah, we have President's Day.
Yeah, President's Day.
Ooh.
So
President's Day weekend.
It brought in 14 million on the Monday, so they projected 140, and that was the low ball because I think they had initially predicted 165, but they lowered it to 140. Brought in 120.
I think projections were at 175 at one point, but that was high end, and then low end was 95. But that's for 3-day. I'm not sure. They obviously do low end so they can go, we came in above projections. It's just bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. This movie, okay. Predict the drop next weekend as.
I'm going to go with, because I think it started low, I don't think the drop's going to be, I think it's going to probably be like 62.
I'll go 67. We'll see who's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hope you're right.
Pete Mac Movies says 70%. Mark Evans, 62%. Arno Model State, sorry, 69%. 69 for 69. 99% says Slimus. Alexander says 66%. We got 65% from Todd Taylor. 40% says Mike Lennox. Oh, wow. If you get it right, you'll be like the lone one. I'll go 69, says Fire at Will. Everybody will. Everybody will. Clint Lormond has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. And then another 5 for $25. Chris Persia, what's up? Chris Persia, the Canadian Wrench, has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for $50. Chris Persia's old school. I always say just Persia because I don't know how to say PRSA. Persa? So I just say Persia. I'm probably been saying it wrong for like 5 years, but he doesn't care. Newbin for $30 on the Streamlabs side says Nerdrotic and Heel versus Babyface. When will you finish Hogwarts Legacy? Dude. When Hogwarts Legacy 2 comes out for me.
I'm hoping to play again tomorrow. I don't know how many hours I'll be able to get in tomorrow, but I'm hoping to play some tomorrow. And we'll see. I'm doing a lot of side stuff. I've already stuck like nearly 60 hours into the game.
I'm hitting the road.
Wow. You did 62 to complete.
62 hours? If I could play it in my car, that'd be cool, but I can't.
If you have the
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck, you can.
But I won't have like. Would it be loaded in the Steam Deck or like because
you'll have to install it.
I will be in the middle of there are lots of dead zones where I'm driving.
You don't need internet to play it.
Okay. My wife and I are going to do Square Up in the car, so we got about 18 hours of driving ahead of us. So we have time, and we're going to listen to Harry Potter books too.
Ooh.
And maybe and lots of metal. Ozzy's Boneyard. I listen to Ozzy's Boneyard a lot. That's my favorite driving music on my. It's the only reason I keep satellite radios for that stupid channel. WG has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. WG. Thank you, sir. Look forward to seeing you in Asheville, North Carolina in a couple. Man, like everything's coming up fast. We got Vegas. We got Vegas coming up in a little over 2 months. A little over 2 months. Can you believe that? That is time is flying like crazy pretty soon. Daylight savings time. The sun will be out later, be a little warmer. It'll be a lot more fun. We're a year past the unverified, what is it? Unknown virus from unverified origin.
Unspecified origin. The
Unspecified
virus,
origin. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Yeah, can't wait.
The mysterious virus from unspecified origin.
There is something possibly coming up at the end of March. I haven't heard much about it in the last couple days that I'll tell you as soon as possible. The Grizzly for $20. Thank you, sir. I would be very hesitant on Seth. Boy, isn't globalism the best thing ever? Hail Joe Biden. Well, that's the fact that he's calling it out when he is that. I thought that was the important part. McFarlane has criticized McFarlane to criticize globalization, and his censor is a core competence of being a global community, the one world, China. Yeah. Well, the fact that he's calling it out, unless he doesn't, then I would completely disagree. But I think he's going to call it out. But the problem is, you are right, Grizzly. It's folks like that who ushered this in. The road to hell is paved with good intentions or being disingenuous, not really just rooting so fucking hard for your side, not seeing when there's cracks in the foundation, wolves let in the door, or commies everywhere, unless you are one. And you find that a lot of Marxist people they have to hide it for good reason, for good fucking reason. Because it's not popular and it won't fly here ever. Steve Watson for 40 British pounds. As they've been sending me brown jobs for getting on to 15 years. No one has ever shown up.
I did a few years ago when I stopped paying, and I called them up and I got put on a list. You get put on a list. When's that ever gone wrong? I did actually have somebody knock on the door before then.
Really?
Yeah. And I just said, got nothing plugged in. Got no terrestrial television plugged in. Don't give you any permissions to come into my property. You can leave.
Yep. That's insane.
But yeah, they do like they're threatening. You could be fined up to £1,000. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Go fuck yourself.
Primark 117 for $10 says, first time super chat. Oh shit. Wrong one. Wrong button. First time super chat.
Remember when Bruce Wayne scratched the CD in Batman Returns? It's not how CDs work, Michael, but it's okay. It's okay.
First time super chat. Gary mentioned liking the music for Picard season 3. I do very much.
Lovely.
In general, who are your favorite film TV composers apart from the GOAT John Williams? I'm partial to Goldsmith and Horner. I am too. Trevor Jones did a masterful work with the Dark Crystal. I call him Vangelis. I guess he's supposed to be called Vangelis. I never heard
Vangelis.
That. Yeah, I called him Vangelis since I was a kid, so he's fucking Vangelis.
Vangelis.
Hans Zimmer, Murray Gold, very
Jerry
partial
Goldsmith.
Jerry Goldsmith is the greatest. Like I he's right up there with John
Michael. Is it Michael Horn?
He goes. Jerry Goldsmith did music for the Twilight Zone TV show, the OG show.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how far he goes back. By the way, I finally got the whole damn thing on board.
Sweet.
I also got this. 4K.
Hey, Gary, can you just give us £250,000, please?
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, I'll send it to you. $1 a month. What do you need?
That's just a nice house I've seen.
Where? What country?
In this country.
Oh.
If I started looking, I could get something massive for 250,000 in fucking Texas.
Yeah, you could.
In Texas, yeah. It's crazy how cheap real estate is down there.
Yep. Yep.
I'd have sunburn 90% of the time.
So what? Not having a mortgage? I'll fucking get a little hot for not having a mortgage ever again. So yeah, it got 114 here last year. 114.
Oh my god.
It's a dry. It was fine. It's it gets a little muggy once in a while. There's some
Still
thunderstorms.
muggy.
Do you cook eggs inside your car?
You could probably. A thunderstorm will come by and like just sound like the world is ending for like an hour, and then it's sunny again. It's cool. I like it. I got no problem. With it. This is a pretty temperate.
I would
area.
die in 114.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be fine.
I'm British, dude.
Dude, when you get to Vegas, you've never been in it.
It gets
You've never
around
been
90,
in it.
and it's
You've
like
never been in it.
Well, you
Okay,
also
dude.
don't have AC as
Yeah, there's
right?
a thing called air conditioning in this country. Okay.
You'll survive on AC. It's
Yeah.
fine.
spreads germs.
It doesn't spread germs.
Recycles your
People
recycles poop.
What are you drinking it? Shut up. Now that Nina is not here to add a bit of class, are you going to suffer farting and feeding the duck? No, are you going to suffer farting and feeding the duck noises? Who's that?
Never stop farting.
It's not
I've always
suffering
been farting.
if we enjoy it.
Aaron Pipes, there's never been class on this show. How dare you accuse us of having class on this show? How dare you, good sir? Edward Morris for $4.99. Yo, MauLer, Atomic Hearts is great. Glory to Putin for saving gaming. M. Morton
That's
for
the title of my
$4.99.
video tomorrow.
MauLer, 6-hour Quantum Mania critique video. When? I know what he's working on next. That's all I'll say. Martino Sulmoni for 10 Chilean pesos. Hello.
The
Martino.
suave Swiss, and it's Swiss francs.
It's a Swiss franc?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I got that wrong last time. My bad. Hi. Eric K for $2. Quantum Mania is the best Phase 5 movie out so far.
Facts.
And it's the best Marvel movie since the last one.
Oh,
Do the writers
can't argue with
of-
those facts.
Do the writers of Last of Us realize that the communist refugee gets its electricity from a dam built by capitalism? Says Joey Fouts. Fouts for $5.
But they just went straight to Jackson. By the way, I call it Jacksonville all the time because that's just a thing that I used to do. So it's still ingrained in me. But they went straight to Jackson instead of where they were in their first game, which was at the hydro plant. But I guess they wanted to get straight to Cuckman basically admitted that the girl was Dina.
So
they're setting all the Last of Us 2 up, dude. They're setting it all
this
up.
show's gonna get just disastrous, isn't it?
Oh, might come back for
All right.
season 2.
Well, that's all you, baby. I could not be bothered with this show. There's just some things I don't care about. But Star Trek Picard, quite the show. Quite the show. Very surprising. Very surprising. I was asked, or no, I think European Lore brought up. I only had time to watch half his video, but I'll watch the whole video. I like European Lore a lot. Good dude. Does it save the franchise? No. What it is, I believe, is an anomaly. It is one piece of good Star Trek. If you're a TNG fan in particular, but I mean, it's a TNG Star Trek made in a TOS cinematic world. And I think Mike from Red Letter Media nailed it with that description. I think that's a really good description of what it is. It still has some of the shit from Kurtzman Trek in it. They try to get past it as best they do, but you have TNG characters acting in the way you expected they would have in films, but we never got. So now you're getting this little treat that you never would have thought you got. I never thought what I got. It would be way more profitable for me to shit on this thing, but then I'd have to lie, say I don't want to do that. So fuck Kurtzman, fuck Akiva Goldsman, fuck Christian Bale, fuck everybody involved with destroying fucking Star Trek. But if you want to say one last time goodbye to your TNG crew that you watched, this is it. This is it. I know there's a lot of people holding out hope that Terry could take over. If he did, Star Trek would probably have a chance there would be a path to redemption, but there is no path to redemption if Kurtzman stays in charge, because he will just steal all of the glory and go make more shit. So look at this more as an anomaly. I'm having a very pessimistic point of view that has been earned from watching all the crappy Star Trek. That's just my opinion on it. Not telling you to watch it. Not telling you. Do what you like. There is, I believe, a free month if you use code Picard. The early screeners I got to see, I did not get from Paramount. Paramount would not allow me to have them, and Paramount would probably be pretty pissed if they found out I had them. I'm assuming they don't. They don't.
Paramount who refused Robert, and Robert's still blocked by them on Twitter.
Yeah, Robert his RSVP was blocked to go to the premiere, and he found another way to go.
Yeah, loose.
Yeah. So I did not. I don't fuck Paramount, and like, hey, I watch Tulsa King, and I enjoy the hell out of it, and I enjoyed the hell out of 1883 for what it is, a very inaccurate historical drama. But it's fun, it's good, but it's like horribly inaccurate. But it's still fun. It's, it takes place in another universe. It's fantasy. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Tulsa King is like one of my favorite things I've seen in a couple of years, TV show wise. So if you haven't seen that, I know Jeremy's watching it now and really enjoying it, and that's cool. That's good. If you're a Sly fan, you'll like it. But that's Paramount. Top Gun is Paramount. So I think they are moving away from dipshits like Kurtzman and towards wanting to make money and make better stuff. We're never ever going to get everything we want as individuals, but if we see a balance coming back, I think that's a good thing. Not sure if it's happening. We'll see. MauLer and Az, have you heard that they're censoring all of Ronald McDonald's books to be more inclusive?
Yes, they are.
Fucking, who knew that Ronald McDonald wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
He did it. He was a talented writer, Fucking love James and the Giant Peach, man.
The Joker for $5. She's Asian. Everything is too long. That's a good joke. X-Ray Girl's reaction, priceless. Clip that, Gary. Perry. All right. Yeah, we got to get going. We'll do a Knockmamon for $10. Just bought a PS5 and Hogwarts Legacy. I can't wait to become a bigot. Wait, I subscribe to your channels, so that's already makes me a bigot. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
You guys keep laying down that alt-right pipeline. We will be laying the alt-right pipe, baby.
Well, actually,
woo, yeah. I'll keep writing it. That time that came out wrong. Oh, wait, yes, it did. All right. I'll be reading the rest on the road to California on tomorrow. So, Az, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to do some more Hogwarting Legacying, and because there's no Nuna tomorrow, yay. Thursday.
Wait, are you glad I'm not streaming tomorrow?
Well, it just means I don't have to feel guilty laughing over you. That's all.
You're not. It is a giant, big, wide internet out there.
I know.
There's plenty of people.
I know.
I don't like you stream whenever you like, dude.
But I want to play my wizard game. Thursday, Hot Toys with George the Giant Slayer, 6 p.m. UK time. Friday Night Tights. Saturday, Hot Toy Special. George the Giant Slayer, myself, and Robert My Burnett is back. 6 p.m. UK time. Sunday, hopefully some Gam, maybe some Wizard Gam, or some Witcher Gam.
What about Bob's?
Sons of the Forest.
I love Bob's.
Bob's. Cloth off.
What do you want to open up
We
your
send
cloth?
Bob's.
Next week on The Real BBC, legendary DC writer Chuck Dixon will be on. Woo!
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking right now at his adaptation of The Hobbit. Pretty amazing.
Oh.
He did that's the only Tolkien comic there really is the adaptation of The Hobbit. Adaptation. I never know the difference. What are you doing, X-Ray Girl? What are you up to?
I'm going to plug my new PC back in and hopefully have that set up within less than half an hour, and then play my evil run for Hogwarts Legacy, where I'm going to try to be the biggest bigot ever.
You're too nice to be a bigot, though.
I'm gonna try to be the biggest bigot ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So find me on YouTube, Rumble, Locals, all that. And plus, if you can, Flagrant Triggers, it's almost the end of February, and this is my charity shirt. So hardcore agree. If you hardcore agree with Zachary Levi's views on Pfizer, all the profits are going to be donated to the Light of Life Foundation, which his father had passed away from thyroid cancer. So we're going to donate all that in his name. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
There you go. Flagrant Triggers. And the other shirts are there as well. Mine and Chrissy Mayers.
Excellent. That sounds fun. I'm not going to be able to game at all. I'm going to, maybe I'll knock out a video while I'm on the road. I tend to do that once in a while, but I'm hitting the road tomorrow. So I got to tell Chris, I told Chris I'd tell him earlier, but Chris, you're probably watching.
I'll tell him.
We're not going to do the nooner because I want to get out early so I can get there early so I can maybe knock out a vid. And then I will be at Chrissy's show Friday in San Diego. But before that, we'll be on Friday Night Tights with Graham Norton.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Graham Nolan. Just kidding. Graham Nolan and Comic Book Legend. So we got 2 Comic Book Legends coming up on 2 shows.
In 1 week.
In 1
Dang.
week. It's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah.
But I'll be rolling around SoCal visiting my mom. We're going to go to Chrissy's show. We're going to go up to LA and hang out with some people. Then hopefully, if the stars align, I end up at Nick Ricada's meetup on Sunday night at 8 in Vegas. That's really ambitious. We'll see. I'll keep you all posted. Most important thing, got to see my mom.
Yay.
Yeah.
Mom-erotic.
Mom Rodic number 1, because I got 2. So I need to visit the second one soon. Well, of course, Forbidden Frontiers will return a week from this Sunday, unless the guys want to do a show without me, which I'm totally for. We'll see if they're up to it. If not, then we'll just push it back another week. For Sunday, we had a lot of fun with that one. Just released a video yesterday. Feels like, yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. Thanks for supporting it. Thanks for supporting us here on The Real BBC. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who's left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on here. And we will see you next week on Az's channel with Chuck effing Dixon.
My God. Michael Tinnen gifted 20 memberships just now. Holy crap.
Hey,
for 100.
Michael's a freaking legend, man.
Legend. Thank you.
Legend.
All right. Don't forget to tune in to our friends on Geeks and Gamers tonight on Tuesday night main event. And we'll see you on FNT.
Back 3PO's comic.
Back 3PO's comic.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet shit. What flavor is this? That's right, it's the all hell medium roast private blend. Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla infused flavored coffee. Or if you're looking for something darker, try the dark roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic. Huzzah!
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.